Wait, ooh. I was prepared, bro.
Thank
Not
you.
on the inside, we're not.
That was funny. Hello everybody. This is episode 22 of the Adventures of Venuru, the Echoes That Parted. If everyone wants to introduce themselves, you may
Hello,
start.
hello. It is me. I am Evan, and I am playing Astro Stav. Someone help! There was a gun pointed towards my head.
My name is Skylar, and I
It's not
play
your
Carl.
turn, it's the bot's turn.
Yeah,
Bard's turn.
get it right.
Well, that doesn't help, Jay, because we actually have a bard in our party.
Yeah.
It's the bot's turn. You skipped Bard.
His name's Groovy,
His name is
and
Bard.
he's playing the music. Anyway,
Way too much fun.
Why
then we have Skylar playing Charleston.
Yeah, and then you got me, Seth, playing Morark.
And then you got me, Nathan. I play Raditz.
And then you got me. I play Rakkus.
Jay, we're not saying our names at all, by the way. That's kind of
No, it was just Jonathan who didn't say his name.
John. You want to say your name?
John?
John.
Oh yeah, fun fact.
Jonathan plays Rakkus. I'm Jay. I play Cyphus and David. I play two characters because I hate myself.
First time?
First time.
Go, Caden.
No, it's God's turn at this point.
No, guy goes at the end. I've always done this.
Yeah.
No, God has just gone whenever it's his turn.
You know, I'm just gonna go whenever, honestly.
I am God, so
Fuck Token.
Hey, tokens.
that's your
literally-
salt, buddy.
Alright.
Yeah,
Alright. So, Caden, who are you?
Hi, I'm Token.
Played by Caden.
You hate me, don't I?
You
Wait.
hate me, don't I?
Wait. Okay, maybe I hate myself. All right. Hi, I'm Caden. I'm playing Token.
Alright, and I'm God. I'm playing everyone again, surprisingly.
Except my character. Okay, Sky. Stop eating the fucking beacon.
Dude, why is that dildo in your mouth?
Okay. In the last session
You what?
of the party began their battle against the Mimic ship and its lizard folk crew. The battle was lengthy, and Raditz and Token were banished for a brief period of time to another plane,
We basically went to the Shadow Realm.
where they saw a starry sky with many black shadows in the form of hands covering it. They also saw the kingdom of Venuru, and a figure in a brown cloak flying above it, throwing fireballs from his hand, or firebolts from his hands. My bad. As zombies surrounded Ven. After the battle was over, Rakkus began ship repairs, and Xanther, Savant, and his first mate Dare challenged the party for a duel. Xanther elected to fight Davin, where the match was interrupted due to the use of spells. It's very there's a hot civic debate of what cheating is, but Xanther was then challenged by Token, and their battle ensued. Xanther summoned a massive shadow that covered most of the fight, and Cyphus took his leave, most likely in disappointment. That or he's just too beta.
That is another reason that you should shut up about.
And both Token and Xanther came out of the shadows severely wounded. Xanther, however, hit the ground before Token did. Therefore, the crew won. Xanther and Dare's labor, a brand new cart back in Yatora Bay, and the money that they would have received, they instead turned away from Xanther. I guess because you guys don't want to take from a poor guy who has nothing left. The party then rested for the night, and David, Cyphus, and Charleston had a little talk about what Charleston really looked like and what he really was. And David quickly walked away, forgetting what he was talking about. Rakkus had a dream where he talked to an old man telling his story about his life and needing Rakkus to help him, telling him that the artifact that they seek is with him. Rakkus went to bed as he saw a brewing storm off in the distance, and he whistled the tune of the sea turner. Morning comes, and the chef of the ship presents stew of plain carrots and fish to everyone. And Davin. Yes, you.
Oh,
Yeah.
You are approached by Xanther. And he will say, so it seemed like you're really hurt by our scuffle yesterday. Would you like me to show you how I beat the shit out of you, or...
Well, I wouldn't say beat the shit out of me, but you were quite better.
Alright, fair enough, but would you like me to show you how to do that?
It's possible another time.
Do it yourself. I have another person to talk to then. Is there anything anyone would like to do for about 2 hours?
That's one long talk.
So we all took a long rest last night, yeah?
Yes.
You know what I want to do.
Just shit.
Oh, right. Aster, you, while you're heading to sleep last night, focus and concentrate on trying to reach out to the gods you had contacted previously. And in the morning, you vaguely remember a dream that you had, in which it seemed you were flying over Stellawall, and then you kind of stopped in the mid-sky. You just looked down at Stellawall. It's no longer Heim, so there's no snow covering it. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see a white figure kind of fly below you. And when you blink, Stellawall's gone. And then you wake up.
Oh. Okay.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do for these next 2 hours?
More go chill at the front of the ship.
Rakkus, you are approached by Xanther. So, can we talk on, I know you're currently steering the ship, but can we talk a little bit, away, more like the railing behind you?
Sure. Token, could you handle the wheel?
Yeah, sure.
Token, you grab the wheel. It's not too hard. You just hold it in a direction. The ship is really just going in one straight line, so.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Are you whispering that to me?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not. Token's not the kind of guy to admit he's bad at something.
So, Xanther will kind of lead you, and he'll kind of push you to lean over the railing behind Token, and he'll say, "So, from me to you, how has Mommy treated you? Gara said that you were her favorite. How was life with Mommy?"
Jay's asleep. Sorry.
I mean, not very notable, if that's what you're asking.
Uh-huh.
Guess I was like you, I worked most of my days as a sailor.
Well, I mean, like, how did she treat you? Like, were you in an orphanage for all of your life, or did you run away like most of your family did?
I think I was in an orphanage most of the time.
Oh, that's a little different from, that's a little different from the rest of us. I mean, I had my reasons for running away.
May I ask how many? Of, well, us?
Well, there's you, me, and Gara, apparently. I think there's one more. I'm not too sure. Honestly, with Mommy being working at a brothel, I'm sure there might be another one soon. Anyway, he'll pat you on your back. I'm going to go work for your crew because that is what I made my bet for you. And he'll turn away and join the rest of your crew currently working and watching the sea.
Okay.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do until a certain event happens?
You know, Ash is gonna test something.
Okay.
He's gonna try using his what was that one spell? Sword burst.
Okay. Are you standing at the technical crow's nest?
Yeah.
Okay. When you cast Sword Burst, initially you see the same thing you did before. These kind of spectral blades appear. One is a scimitar, one is a long sword. Another, weirdly, is now a great sword instead of a longbow that you had seen previously. And now you also see a spear, making 4. What is interesting, though, is as the spell goes away, it kind of flickers away.
It's very interesting. Okay. Well, as I am on Crow's Nest, is there anything in sight?
You see the general crew working. You see Dare is he's sitting at the staircase, kind of watching Morik and like taking notes. And then I imagine Morik kind of looks over his shoulder and Dare kind of just stands awkwardly straight up. And then bows. And then walks away. You then see him walk up to... He kind of looks at Rakis from afar and he takes out a journal and begins writing down notes. And he does the same thing for generally everyone. That's just something interesting you pick up on from watching the deck.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing in the distance at all? No more?
As for the moment, you don't see anything.
Alright. Very cool. I'm gonna keep on watch for that.
Alright. Raditz?
Who has that great sword?
That would be Rakis.
Okay. I wish to approach Rakis.
Hey, Raditz. What is it that you need?
I was, Are you gonna use that sword that you have with you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we're planning on selling it and probably splitting the profit. If you have a better use for it, feel free.
Well, I wanted to try to reforge it into something a little more my style. I don't know, I think I could just use something better than my current weapon. He says, sort of gesturing to his charred, like, warhammer that he uses for smithing, but has also been used in combat.
Sure. Feel free to grab it. It's in the captain's room.
Thanks.
I mentioned right below us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to attempt to use my Artisan's Blessing to reforge it, if that's doable.
Okay. Okay. Roll an Arcana check for me, just if you'd like.
Okay. Uh, 17.
Okay. You know that there's a chance while you're kind of reforging this kind of magical blade into something else that's a different form, there's a chance it might lose its current magic inside of it, but I'll say. You don't need to roll anything. I'm just gonna roll something on my end. Okay. So, this will be very interesting. I need to. And what was your weapon previously, or what you're trying to make from it?
I'm trying to make a warhammer.
All right. You may add the Corpse Slayer Warhammer to your inventory.
Yes.
Just so you know, I rolled a D100. 50 or above, or sorry, 51 or above would have been it lost its magical properties. Below would have been it kept it. I rolled 45, so it's pretty close. Is there anything else anyone would like to do? Is there something you want to do, Jay?
I do, but I don't remember. I said something at the end of the last session that I wanted to talk to Raditz, and I believe Morark about, but I can't remember what it was. I know it was about. I know it was David that wanted to ask pertaining something with Charleston, but I cannot remember. That's why I'm like sitting here like,
Okay. Well, unless Raditz dies, then you'll have the chance later. Okay.
Sky, do you remember anything I talked about?
Oh my! You actually forgot, or like your
I
character?
actually forgot. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I'm
my
wrong.
character remembers.
No,
I don't
no.
remember. That's why I say this.
With that second hour,
To keep the things rolling. I'll DM you.
with that second hour, I'm going to take a short rest to recharge that channel divinity.
Fair enough. Hey Rakus, roll perception with disadvantage for me.
Okay. That will be a 12.
Okay. You don't pick up on anything. Alright. I will give JJ about another minute, and I'll continue. Because I do have to pull up, for ease of use, my Discord on my laptop so I can type to people without making a goddamn hurricane of keys. Okay. And
Is there still nothing? Like, no islands or anything?
roll a perception check.
It is time. I got an 8.
Okay. You don't see anything, strangely. You know, according to Rakus and the crew, that you should be coming up on Skull's Keep soon, but you do not see it yet.
I see. I will keep on the lookout
Okay.
over the course of the hours.
Alright. John, or JJ, have you remembered what it was, or?
Sky's looking it up.
Okay. Well, then I'll just...
Rewatching the VOD.
I'll-
You can, just keep going, and then if I remember, we can have another time to talk about it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Unless it was a big deal. I just cannot remember.
This is where we take notes.
Oh! Oh man, it's one of these.
Oh man, it's one of these. It's one of these where I have to kill someone off.
It's one of these where I have to talk to myself.
No, Jay, no!
Alright, is there something you want to talk to yourself about?
Yeah, Fuck, I cannot remember. I said because I remember saying.
I'll let you know. I'll listen to the VOD.
I said at the end of the last session, I said tomorrow morning we'll talk to Raditz, and I think maybe it was Raditz and Cyphus about something, about it. But I don't want to start a conversation and then not know what to talk about. So
What was it?
it was about Charleston.
About Charleston?
It was, but I don't remember what exactly. Well, yeah.
I thought it was like an
Oh,
item.
thank you, Evan. Evan remembered it for me. Thank you. Oh, you're so
I'm big
smart.
brain.
Yes. All right. So, David would like to find Cyphus.
I did it. I'm smart,
David
guys.
finds Cyphus. I would say second floor.
Yeah, Cyphus
below
would
deck.
just be chilling in his room.
Actually, you'd be top floor. Your rooms are at the front of the ship, so
Wait, Sky, what do you think it is? Oh, wait, he's still
this is
typing.
different. Yeah. All right. Well,
But I kind of do remember. Okay, so I'll start it because I know what I want to start with. So, David will find Cyphus and we'll start the conversation. I guess David will just walk into Cyphus's room. He'll give a quick knock, and it should be around the time that if this is after David talks to fucking what's his name about the God, this thing won't actually come off. It was about the it was after the conversation that David just had.
had with Xanther.
Yeah, with Xanther. So, at around this time, Cypher should be completing his meditation. So, David will walk in and say, do you have a moment? Yes, why? David will move in a little closer and he'll say, so, do you remember anything specific about Charleston and his memories? There were talks of I'm getting spammed with messages. Did I do this already? Okay. Yeah. So Cyphus will say, there were talks of the third great mind. Time. It seems to be that. Would Cyphus be able to pick up that he's not entirely, you know what?
Cyphus can't be determined about it because he didn't really see anything else other than his shoulder. So.
But was he able to tell that it was like not human entirely? That it was more metal?
He can assume, he doesn't know for sure.
Okay. He'll say, it appeared to be that his body was not entirely, seemed to be not entirely human. Seemed to be something else. I thought you had to talk with him. I did, but I can't exactly remember anything. He broke his staff and he went to talk to Raditz about it, but that's all I can really remember. I don't know why or how it happened. Well, if we get back to shore, Santina might be able to explain something to us. That's possibly true. And then that should be it for the conversation.
Okay.
David will leave, not really saying a word.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Everyone kind of stops what they are currently doing, including the crew, as you see seamlessly appearing is a black island approaching you.
Wait, so it's coming towards us, or we're approaching
You're
it?
approaching it.
Okay.
You see trees made out of seemingly black wood and a dock that seeps black liquid into the ocean from the docks. You see what looks like a small town, a part of the dock, with black liquid covering the floor. It just seems like pools. It seems to pool into the ocean, and the ocean has a slight blacker tint to it. The buildings themselves are entirely covered over. Some are imploded a bit. It looks deserted.
Are we close enough for me to use detect magic?
No, I believe detect magic is a 30-foot cone.
Okay, as soon as we get in range, I'm gonna do that.
Guran will say, "Stop, everyone. We have just passed the artifact, and I can cast a spell on your Kururakis to retrieve it. As far as my intel tells me, it should only be a small ruin."
Well, go for it.
Sure, I think we're all ready.
Okay. I imagine the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you are going.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see him kind of take out a spell book, and he flips through the pages, and he stops at his page, and he begins to mutter an incantation. And all of you feel slightly different. You feel your kind of throats are... You feel something off about it when you breathe in and out. And he'll say, now you should be able to breathe underwater. That way you don't need air.
Oh.
Anyway, you can just jump in. The crew and I can let you know if we see anything wrong. But I wish you luck. And Token, that artifact is all yours if you really want it.
And Gora?
Yes?
Thank you.
No problem.
He's gonna put his hands in pockets and just sink.
It is a fair business deal, is all it is.
He'll give a slight salute as he sinks.
Okay.
Cyphus will stare at Token when he hears this.
You guys see Token begin to sink through the floorboards, and Token doesn't come back. Token, you enter the water, and it is cold. And
As water is.
you're at first kind of scared to breathe in. Then, fuck it, who cares? And you begin to breathe in, and the water that enters your kind of mouth it feels like the air is heavy. And you can breathe normally through it, but it just feels off to you.
Token will, as he sinks, I wonder how long this thing lasts.
Well,
Probably a good question to ask.
does everyone else jump into the water?
Asta is going to be the curious one and be like, "Wow! So we can breathe underwater
Yes, that is the point of the spell.
for forever, or
For a day.
a day?
Yes.
That's cool. Thank you." And then he's just gonna backflip in.
David will say, as Astra goes to jump in, he'll say, "The water should be safe, right?"
That's why I'm gonna go in first and make sure you're fine. And then he jumps. Does he die? Does Asta die from jumping in?
You died screen
How
from Dark
far do you
Souls.
jump from?
That's a good question. How
Are
far
you
are we?
jumping up from the mast?
Oh, I was expecting that I got down from the mast by now.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
No,
so
just do it from the mast.
that'd be pretty
it
cool.
is
actually.
not enough to damage you if you jump from the railing straight up.
Okay, very cool. Alright, so when I touch the water, do I die?
No, your body hits the water. Do you breathe?
I go.
And the air is very thick.
You better fucking hope that spell's going
so
off.
that kind of gasp for air is kind of actually rather slowed due to how heavy the air is. Okay, you
Thank
don't
you
have
for
to
the
do
audible.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you for that unnecessary audible reaction.
Orc
So
is gonna
No.
turn.
Asta's gonna get up from the just splash up. I'm alive, and then go down.
Orc's gonna turn to Raditz and say, "How is this going to affect my armor and weapons?"
Well, when we come out, it should only be a day. When we come out of the water, we just need to dry them off. We should be good.
I'll have to oil them afterwards, probably too.
The real thing I'm worried about is how are we going to be able to swim up?
I don't know. I'm wearing heavy armor. It's going to be rather
So
hard.
am I.
Why are we even out here? He's gonna turn to the. It's a dragonborn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a white dragonborn in a velvet black suit.
All right. He's going to gesture towards him and say, "You. Why are we even out here?"
Well, first of all, it was part of me and Token's deal that you guys would share ownership if he seemed interested in looking for the artifact that I was looking for.
So that is your deal between him and you.
Yes, but it also seems your party is interested.
Yes, but my party and I are not the same beings.
Goran will shrug and look at Rakus. You're the captain. I'm only a helper for you.
I don't have any real magical components besides buffing myself to hit harder. And if I lose my armor and I can't take down my weapons because they could weigh me down, then this could turn out very bad for me, especially Raditz.
Yeah, we're concerned about getting back up.
Cyphus will even walk up and say, "I don't think ice powers work underwater."
I don't think the weapon should be the issue. The armor most definitely will.
Mm-hmm.
How well can you guys fight without the armor?
Well, it'll be very easy to hit me, seeing as I can swim, but I'm not like a mermaid.
Yeah.
And I'm also not wearing my armor, so on top of that, it's not going to be hard to hit me.
David will say, "That's why I asked if there were anything in the water. Make sure it's safe."
But
I'm sure there's a few sharks.
my intel from all the sailors I paid for beforehand told me that it was mostly clear here. Weirdly, there is no life here, especially on that island.
Rakus, you can do that whole disc thingy, right?
Well, I used to. I can't any longer.
Fuck.
Well,
How far
if
does the
anything,
anchor go down?
Goes down about 100 feet.
Will it touch the seabed floor?
It does.
Okay, well, Raditz, are you good at climbing underwater?
We'll find out.
That's our best bet.
so explain to me why we can't go any farther towards shore. Why we're stuck out here.
Well, how do I put it? You'll see why. Well, getting to the shore is not the problem for you if you. Well, I don't know how safe it is to breathe in that liquid coming off of the shore, but if you'd like to try, I don't know what the liquid will do to you, but.
What are the risks of both options?
Well, okay. If you want to climb the anchor, I have a solution for you.
I don't want to climb it, but it's my only option.
It seems to be our only option. What is the option of us going any closer to the shore with the boat?
I don't think that will make a difference. The temple is underwater. It doesn't matter if it is onshore or offshore. It doesn't matter where the ship is placed. You still have to swim to it and get out. Now, My solution, if you were to climb the anchor, is I can help you with that.
But he'll turn to Morak and he'll look at him and say, I thought we were going to an island.
So did I, but it seems Token not only has, bested our foe earlier in a duel without anybody's real say-so for our group, but then also made another deal in terms with our group. So,
Sneaky bastard. Well, seems to be that climbing is our only option if we want to bring armor.
If it is fair, you still can go to the island. That is Rakis's call. But
Token's already down there. Same with Aster. We can't leave them.
But there is treasure. I am sure of it. This is an ancient temple. So, well, I called it the temple. It's more like a skull.
David will immediately look up and realize. He'll turn to Charleston and he'll say, "Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if this will work."
Why not?
Well, my memory's still fuzzy, but something's not entirely right.
Charleston, do you know how to swim?
Yeah.
What's the problem, D?
Cyphus will walk up and say, well, it appears that Charleston may not be entirely waterproof.
that's a
But
question.
we are saying this underwater, right?
We're not underwater yet.
No, we're on the ship.
My bad.
I was saying it's
Real
underwater.
Real quick, 2DM. When I first met Charleston and I choked him out, did I notice anything off about him?
Not in particular. I mean, he was
Like,
wearing...
did he feel heavier than like a normal person?
Well...
You
not
do it again to
necessarily.
find out.
Okay. No, I was just curious.
I don't think the heavy armor should be an issue, as if need be, you could just hold on to the anchor and one of us lighter folk can tell them to lift the anchor up, so I think
like
that's
that
our
idea.
best bet.
Well, my only issue is I'm losing patience and my availability to not be annoyed by certain circumstances. Mark will start heading towards the side of the ship, begrudgingly.
Wait. Let me help you. Here, and he walks up to you and he touches your shoulder. That should help you climb, regardless.
What did he do?
He casts some sort of spell on you. Would you like to roll Arcana?
Sure. 13 total.
Actually, yeah. You determine that the spell is the spell known as Spider Climb. It gives you the effects of being able to cling onto things like a spider.
I'm going to be honest, I figured that would work better on Raditz, seeing as I have this, and he'll gesture towards his climbing gear that's on himself.
Well,
It's kinda like-
I can do that multiple times.
Yeah, Raditz will need it the most, seeing as he's carrying a shield and heavy armor.
Okay. And Gulan will walk over to Raditz and touch him on the shoulder. Raditz has Spider Climb. Is there anyone else who needs to climb up the Via Anchor?
David will say, I believe I might.
Okay. And he will walk over to Daven and touch Daven on the shoulder. Daven has Spider Climb.
Cyphus will say, something doesn't sit right with me.
What is that?
David, do you remember anything from last night? Anything from your talk with Charleston? Well, I can't remember anything. All I remember is that in a split moment, his staff was broken, and that was it. And then everything you told me last night and this morning. Charleston, give me your hand.
Sure, just don't take the gloves off.
Why not?
About to go underwater. I want to keep it sealed tight.
Alright. Cyphus will hold Charleston's hand and he'll cast Winter Wonderland.
Okay.
Does any of this feel familiar?
No.
Okay. Do you feel this?
Yeah, it feels kind of cold.
Okay. Cyphus will begin to move his hand up his arm.
You move it. Do you go past his gloves?
Yes.
You see skin. And you push past it more and more. It's still skin. Which arm are you doing this on?
His right arm.
Okay.
That's the one that's from the memory, right?
I believe it was his left.
Is it his left?
I believe so.
Oh, then it would be his left. Then. I always assumed it was his right, but that's fine. So yeah, I'll move up his left arm, give it feeling it,
Okay.
and constantly checking to see if he feels the cold.
You feel the cold throughout, and you get up to his shoulder before Charleston kind of grabs your arm and stops you.
Cyphus will just give David a look. And
Is this going to take all day?
No, it won't take forever. Cyphus, continue.
That's your limit. Don't go up any higher. Again, I'm trying to keep it as tight as possible here. The fact that you're moving and freezing my arm is not really doing much to help that.
But
Why are we even doing this?
because something's wrong, I feel.
Like what?
Something doesn't feel right.
Do I creep you out?
No,
And what's the matter?
something worries me if you go in that water.
I think I'll be just fine.
I don't think so.
Oh, then that's
He'll
your
start to feel. He'll take his
Kiddie
hand
pool!
and put it on top of his clothing, but under his armor, and try to feel for anything that's not skin.
So you're essentially trying to get under his shirt?
No, I'm trying to feel it through the shirt.
Oh. I mean, it feels solid, like you would when you press a rib cage.
Do I tap? I'll tap it. Does it make a noise?
Not that you can determine.
David. Yes. Give me your sword. Alright. Cyphus will wield David's sword.
Where is he pointing it exactly?
He'll hold it by Charleston's shoulder.
Oh, no. We are not doing that. If you want
Just
to cut off my arm, you can just tell me, but that's not
I'm
happening
not
anyway.
going to cut off your arm.
Well, I don't want that sword anywhere near me, thank you.
I remember something from inside you. It was
That's peculiar. Go on.
strange, but do you remember me looking into your mind?
Carson, do I?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
He'll hold down the sword for a moment and he'll say, in your mind, there was a man talking to you.
Alright.
He called himself the third great mind. And he'll look at Morak and say, as Santino was the second.
Sounds like an interesting fellow.
Yes, as no one knows where he is. But there were talks of Mechanus, time, and your name was written on your shoulder, on your chest. I would like to
So
see if
you're-
it's still there.
You're prodding my body for something supposedly written on me.
It was metallic. At least, I think. Morak, I say this because if he is not entirely what he thinks he is, it could be dangerous.
All the more reason for us not to be doing any of this.
I agree.
I'm going to speak up. Charleston, do you feel you're capable?
I feel more than capable, yes.
And he will walk over to Charleston and pat Charleston on the shoulder. Charleston, you have spider climb.
I don't like this at all.
Nice.
He can just climb up the anchor if you're afraid about his... I don't know, whatever you're afraid about.
I'm afraid that he may not be waterproof.
I don't think he's talking to you. He's talking to me. I got a cool new thing I can do. I think. I don't know.
I
Did
think
you
we
give me
should
a
just
cool new
continue
thing?
toward the island and continue with our main objective.
Does anyone have the capability of speaking to others?
Have fun, Aster and Token, on your solo adventure.
What?
Isn't Aster above water though, or did he
No,
dip
He
back
went
down?
back under.
Okay, I thought that he was still up.
Oh, you're right. Have fun, Token!
So
Goran will turn to Rakus.
It's nothing new, don't worry.
So, is there a party always like this where they want to leave their friends behind?
Just Token.
Morg's gonna get a little upset at that, and he's gonna glare over at the Dragonborn and say, "Watch your goddamn mouth."
So real quick,
So
Aster's
this,
just
so this
here,
is your
wait-
muscle, then, yeah?
Brr.
Yeah, and I get pissed off very easily.
He'll fuck you up.
We don't like to rush into anything anymore.
I'm just saying Santina thought herself capable and she died in my arms. I thought Fiverr was capable, but I had to behead him. Doesn't matter if you think you're capable. The world doesn't care either. I don't like this. I don't like that we are going off course. We have an objective and a goal and we need to take care of it.
And you will if you just do that and then come back.
This isn't even a deal between us and you, is the funny thing. I paid my end for the ship to get to this island, and now you're telling me that we need to go down here because Token, out of his own will, for our whole group, has made another decision for us.
Goran will look at Rakus and he'll say, "Do you make your decision? I don't care anymore. If I need to go by myself, I'll go by myself. But you do what you want. I already gave all the help I could for you to do this, apparently now, very difficult job.
The only difficulty here is you."
Let's just,
Morg's tusks do get a little bigger and his eyes get a little bright green in them.
So Aster's just been waiting for his friends to come down.
You see
How
Token,
long
by
is
the
it
way,
been?
Aster. He's
Oh.
kind of under the ship.
Oh, am I capable of speaking or?
No.
Alright, Aster's gonna wave to him.
You give him on your
I
side.
get it. You're in the ocean.
That was unintentional, but very nice.
You give like a 2-finger salute.
Very cool. So how long has
Alright.
Aster been waiting?
It's
For-
been about 5 minutes.
Aster's gonna go up.
Token at this point is basically just gonna go. He's not gonna wait.
Aster's gonna go up
Okay.
for air, go up and make sure everything's fine.
Aster, you come up and there just seems to be talking.
Hey, you guys coming?
No,
As yes,
Aster,
turned.
Aster, I recommend you get
Oh.
out of the water.
Oh,
May not be entirely safe.
I see. Also, can I use detect magic in case this water is magical?
No, this water is not magical.
Very cool. Normal water. Okay, I'm gonna get Token, and he's gonna go.
You
swim
must.
as fast as he can, and get Token's attention the best he can. Does it work?
You swim over the Token as he's kind of swimming to this skull. I guess I can describe to you. When you enter the water, you look under the island, and everything under the island seems to be just the gem of just onyx, black onyx, just holding the island off the ground.
Wait, are you saying this island is just a boat?
No, it's the black onyx from the black liquid. You know how it solidifies?
Yes, but it is not attached
that
to
along
this
the entirety of the ocean floor.
Yeah, it's just the black onyx is basically holding the island up.
And then you also see a skull kind of implanted at the very bottom of the onyx, to which currently Token is swimming towards. There's also a cavern about 50 feet in front of the skull that kind of is like a ravine, and you can't really see anything in the ravine. But if you want to swim as fast as you can reach up to Token.
Alright. Ash is gonna put his hand on Token and then point to the ship. And then do the gestures to come back.
Token.
Do I see it?
Yeah, you feel he literally comes up to you, pats you on the shoulder, and then signals you to come back.
Okay.
Do you follow him?
Token will give a shrug.
What does it mean?
Back on the ship, Rakus, you're gonna say something?
So, I think it best that we just head down to the school and get this done with.
But the question is, what was Token's motive for going down there? You said that there was treasure, but that's not what we're here for.
Gulren speaks up and he says, "Okay, there is a artifact there that is very powerful, magically wise. I talked to Token, and he was the one, if you remember, who got you all the ability to even buy the ship. He has interest in the specific artifact for whatever reason. I don't want to blame him for it. All I want from the artifact is to look at it and catalog it. Now,
What does the artifact do?
I don't know. It was a item that was left behind by the creature Uldir before he was sealed away.
Does Cyphus remember that? Does he know? Is that name familiar?
I look towards Rakus. An artifact belonging to Uldir.
I don't like this at all.
It was a artifact left behind. It either was used to defeat him, it was used to do something, but it pertains to him. Stories also say that the Sea Turner died here.
This
Cyphus-
island, you're saying?
Not on the island. This is where, apparently, historically speaking, where the Sea Turner battled Uldir and managed to take him down.
Cyphus would like to cast Detect Thoughts on Rakus.
Could I do a history check on what the Sea Turner is?
Sure, do it with disadvantage.
Okay.
And Rakus, I guess, make a wisdom saving throw.
This is just wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 19.
You
So-
pass.
I got an 18 and a 13.
I only want to know what his. I honestly only want to know what his current thoughts are.
Okay, I'll
So-
get to Nathan in a moment. So what are your current thoughts?
Rakus seems quite interested in the artifact now, mostly pertaining to the Sea Turner's involvement in it.
Cyphus will turn to Rakus and say, "Look, I know that this seems interesting, but it seems a little suspicious that Token more or less just took us out here for his own purposes without consulting us. Kind of, did this himself. We can always come back to here, but it seems we have other jobs to do. Especially, I don't know if all of us are capable of doing it.
How about we get Token up here and ask him to explain himself, and I guess we'll go from there.
Nathan, historically speaking, when you rolled a 19, right?
I rolled a 18 and a 15, because he said with disadvantage.
Right, and what was your total score?
The total was 15.
Okay. You're not quite familiar with history of sailing, but there is a kind of, almost like a good luck charm with sailors. At least a decade ago, the creature Uldir was a very imposing force on sailors. And one in particular ship, one in particular ship named the Flying Sense was taken down by Uldir himself, and apparently the Sea Turner was on the ship and had, in some capacity, mostly sealed Uldir away or defeated him. That's where the history kind of falls apart, because not many sailors survived the ship itself. But as to where the location was, it was about around this island, Skull's Keep.
Okay. Well, knowing this, I'm going to say, well, if it is some sort of artifact that was used to defeat Uldir, or was used by Uldir, if it was used by Uldir, then we're going to have some problems. Because that just doesn't seem like something we would be able to contain. But if it was used to defeat Uldir, it may be beneficial in our upcoming conflict with Killian.
David will speak up and say, who is this Uldir? What exactly is his,
Apparently he was like some sort of sea god to sailors. He was strong enough to take on entire ships and sink them to the bottom of the ocean.
And how does this turn to your Killian exactly?
Well, if it's a weapon powerful enough to defeat a sea god, perhaps it's powerful enough to help in some way, shape, or form against some sort of death god.
Killian was the fellow in Ven, correct?
Yes.
Santina.
I'm not feeling very comfortable about this whole arrangement either. I'd like to trust Token. He's done good for our party in several scenarios. But I understand why...
Breaching the surface is Token and Aster.
Alright. I understand why at this point you're not the most trusting in him. But, that being said, it may be worth taking a look at signs of danger that we can't handle. At worst, we just leave and continue on our way.
Or we get trapped in another big-ass room and are forced to fight an entity.
It's true.
Which has happened how many times?
Several times. I know.
And it's bound to happen again. And what if you die this time? What if Rakus dies? What if Cyphus or Draven?
We all know the risks when adventuring.
Does Token hear this?
Yeah, you can hear it, because I imagine you're, at this point, climbing back onto the ship, Aster and Token.
I would assume, but Aster would only do if Token was actually also doing
So, what's going on?
What does the artifact
Token.
The artifact do? It's powerful.
But why do you want it? What does it do?
You're asking that now?
Yes.
Are you
because I'm
kidding
being
me?
I'm
We
being
just
made
found out
aware
now.
of it.
Whoa, what did you say?
I've only now been made aware of it.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Why?
Yes.
Why did you come in the first place?
because
We were headed to full speed.
yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, whatever. Listen.
We want to know what it does.
Okay. From what I know. All right. From what I know, the artifact's a powerful weapon. That's all I
Okay.
know.
And why do you want it?
That's my own business.
Alright, then you can handle your own business.
Okay, see you later. He's gonna hop in the water.
There, that's settled. Let's go to the island.
Alright.
Goran will watch Token go. God, I don't know what even happened to you, but this is far and far between what I would expect adventurers to be.
I'm
We've
not an
lost a lot
adventurer.
of people.
I'm a soldier. I'm here
Some
for
good
one goal.
adventures.
Well, Arrakis, it appears that one of your men is going in alone.
How big did you say this skull was?
It is a sizable human skull. It is, well, not exactly big. It is sizable, yes, but it is not I would say it's barely enough to fit all of you in it.
David will speak up and say, well, I'm no, I'm a little bit of a stranger to magic, but if we had something that could more or less help us move faster underwater, I think that would be fine. Then I would see no problem with this, but we just don't seem well equipped for this. And Cyphus has a little bit of a concern with Charleston, so.
But Charleston said he could handle himself, no?
But I'm not entirely sure if he is aware of what he is.
So you don't even trust your own party members, is what I'm hearing.
Look, if you're gonna sit here and tell me that I don't trust him, Asta doesn't remember who he is, Rakus has problems with his god, Morak is questioning as to what he is, I'm not even sure where Raditz is from, and I don't even know what the fuck I am. So, we're all a little confused as to what and who we are, so yeah, I'm a little concerned as to someone not knowing entirely their past.
Honestly,
not uncommon.
Honestly, it sounds like a ghetto Disney movie.
Is that Token? Oh, wait, no. I was gonna say, is that Token saying that?
Yeah, Disney movies exist.
We're all Disney princesses.
Hold on. What do you mean Charleston isn't what he is?
Look, thinking about it more and more, it seems...
Yeah, what does that even mean? What do you mean about Charleston?
Does Cyphus... Should I roll? Does Cyphus know what Mechanus is? Should I roll?
Roll Arcana with, disadvantage.
Dang. That's a 9.
No clue.
No clue?
I just think you have it out against me.
I don't, but... Does anyone know what Mechanus is? I mean...
Does Aster know what Mechanus is?
I'm gonna go out and say Morak would have no idea.
Aster definitely does not have an idea.
Morak's gonna look towards
I'm
Morak is
gonna
gonna look towards Raditz.
roll for David as well, just in case he might have heard of
What would
it.
I be rolling? That's history?
It'd be Arcana with disadvantage.
David got a 2 for his disadvantage, damn.
Hold on. Can Aster cast detect magic on Charleston? It's
7.
I think you've already done this before, but yeah, there is magic coming off of Charleston.
Can I focus and find out what that magic is?
There is abjuration magic. There is, let's see. There's abjuration and I would say conjuration magic. So
Now-
defense and summoning magic.
Defense and summoning magic. Is asked to know the names of that?
They are abjuration and conjuration. Those are the names.
I see. Well, so,
They don't seem to be emanating from him though. They seem to be like something like items under his clothing.
I'd like to go to the edge of the boat and look into the water.
Okay.
Cyphus will speak up and he'll say, "Look, he also doesn't know anything about his past. And looking into his mind, at least it's not like Asta, where I was blocked out and had my magic stripped away from me. I saw something in him that talked about Mechanus, the third great mind, time, and Charleston was written on his body, around his shoulder chest region. But he won't let me look.
So we're about to
So
go
I'm a
underwater.
little- We're not going underwater anymore. So you can take it off."
I'm going down.
What?
Hey, you guys want a bag for your charger?
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Brilliant.
Yes, please.
Yes, I would like a bag for my chargers, please.
Charleston, do you need your charger, buddy?
It's funny because he's robot.
He's a robot man.
Don't want to get any water on your charger, bud. Put it in a Ziploc baggie real quick.
Water in my charging port.
just put Charleston in a Ziploc bag. We'll be fine.
Dude, if he
Oh,
gets
you're
thrown
right.
into water, just
I
drop
cast
him into
fabric
ice
on
or
our
some
block bag
rice.
to make a really big one.
Anyway,
That's
back
right,
back
dude.
to back to the game. Brackus, what did you say?
I know Token as well. Well, Token, but
Sorry about that.
I need to go down there. If you don't want to join me, I understand, but I need to go.
Well, David will say, "You believed in me when you said I would fight. So I'll believe you if you believe it's right to go down. You are our captain."
Thank you, David.
I'm on the same page as David.
Does Rackus jump into the water?
Raditz, Mark,
What?
will you be joining me?
Not like I have a goddamn choice, is it?
We're not losing any more people.
Cyphus will look at Raditz and Morik and say, "Oh, if they're going, I'm going to."
I thank you. From the bottom of
Reddit's
my
walk over to the edge. I'm not gonna lose you guys. And then just literally just tips over the edge and falls face first into the water.
So
Where
as you're
you
falling
walk
over, you
away.
can see Token is kind of just floating in the water, and he watches you just fall in, and then
Belly
there's
flop
just
on
like
top of him.
there's like a goddamn like a tiny like little wave that forms and pushes out in the water as you fall into the water. Raditz, you're sinking, and you also see the black onyx that forms seemingly at the base of the island. And you also see the skull kind of further down, near where kind of the anchor landed. And you are just kind of slowly just going down at an accelerating pace.
Alright. Well, with that, Astra's gonna take a leap.
If I may also mention to Raditz, there is a kind of 20-foot wide cavern between the skull and where you're landing.
Okay. I'm
Um,
gonna land. I didn't want to go here.
Warwick will wait for everybody else to jump off the ship.
okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get to the ship.
Time to drop. Where are we dropping?
David will move after Rakus, but as everyone else jumps, Cyphus will stay next to Mora. And
Rakus, let me know when you jump in, but continue.
as everyone else jumps in, I'll wait till everyone else but Rakus, or I'll wait until everyone but Morak and Cyphus have jumped in.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get into the water.
Okay. Rakus jumps into the water. Does Cyphus jump into the water?
No, Daven will jump in, but who's left? Astra still needs to jump back into the water, right?
Yeah, I believe, and Morak.
Okay, and then Cyphus will wait for Astra to jump in, and Charleston.
I'll see you. Where we can't speak because we're gonna be drowning, but not actually drowning, but breathing water. This is confusing. Ash is gonna just put his arms out and fall back.
Understandable.
Your back kind of stings when you hit the water.
Very cool.
You hit the water.
Yep.
Charleston just electrocutes the entire area.
Does Charleston go in?
Cyphus will look at Charleston as he's the last one there.
Alright, so Charleston is going to slowly climb down the side of the ship, and I'm going to use Arms of the Astral Self to sort of cast stepping stones for my hands. They just kind of hold up as I walk along.
Sure. And you just slowly walk into the water. At some point, do you just let go of the astral hands while you're in the water?
Yeah.
Okay. You let go and you slowly begin to sink. Not as fast as Raditz, but you do begin to sink. So now it is just Cyphus and Morar.
Cyphus will look at Morak. He'll have his back towards the water, towards the edge, and he'll say, I'll see you on the other side. He'll close his eyes. He'll extend his chains fully and just whisper, for Ilf. And then back in. Fall back.
Okay. You land into the water, and you see that your chains are still frozen. As you kind of begin to swim downwards. Morak is the only one left on deck.
My chains would make me heavier, right?
Slightly, but you're not wearing plate, which is really heavy.
That's why.
Yeah.
Morak's gonna turn towards the Dragonborn.
Okay.
He's gonna point at him and he's gonna say, "If any one of them dies, you'll pay with your own life. You understand that?"
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so pray to whatever fucking god you owe yourself to, and none of them get hurt. And then Morak will, before jumping off the edge, look up to the sky, towards Tiana or whoever's listening. He'll just spit into the water and then jump in.
Okay. Morak begins slowly sinking down. Alright. Everyone sees what I previously described. You see the black onyx ore that holds the island and kind of anchors it to where it is standing. And you also see at the very base of that onyx, there's a human-ish skull. And about 50 feet in front of it sits a ravine that is about 40 feet wide. And you guys land away from the ravine from the skull. So you're on the other side of the ravine. Why don't I stream this?
Why don't I stream this?
Alright, you don't gotta make fun of me, man.
Why don't I?
Look, it's a box full of miniatures.
This is
Drizzt.
effectively
Drizzt.
the skull. Don't make fun of Drizzt, come on. This is about the ravine, and this is about where you guys land. Or swim to. And the anchor, I'll just say it's one of my camera batteries, but... What would you guys like to do? Actually, first, can I get perception checks from everyone?
Of course, sir.
Well, I said I want to go there and buy the skull.
I can spot literally anything.
Classic.
Hey. So. I'm about to two down you there, Morok.
Nice.
Holy. Okay. Okay.
We got.
I love seeing Morok's 4 and then Aster's. I'm gonna go 2 down from you, Morok.
So yes, I did roll 1. If you were curious.
Yeah, I also rolled a 1 for David.
Damn. All right.
Owen has really high
If
perception.
you roll a 1, just type 1, because you don't get your bonuses.
What?
No, it wouldn't matter here anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So quick.
But wait, what if you have advantage and if you have a +1 to perception, that's still a +1.
It's still +1, but it's still a critical failure.
Right,
It's still a critical failure. So
Yeah, but
nothing.
But it's the same thing.
Nothing.
Critical. That's the same thing with critical successes, where it doesn't mean that mean that you automatically get it, or it doesn't mean.
Critical
If you get
failures and critical failures and critical successes are only applicable in combat by the player's handbook.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you can only actually fail to such an extent that something bad happens if you roll a nat 1 in combat, or
Yeah, so it
you
doesn't
double
matter
damage.
if it's a nat 1. You would still like add the.
Yeah, you would
could
still
have like
add the bonus.
you could have like a +7.
But
And
the
it's already a +8.
interesting note is the most easy DC there is 5. So just keep that in mind. Like
Well, yeah.
most DCs will be higher than 4. So.
Like I have a +8 in intimidation, so like I could be proficient in perception, have like +5. I could have like a +7 to
Still,
it.
you
That
rolled the
one-
worst you could, so
Yeah, but that 1 could be an 8. I'm saying that's why it still matters.
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
It depends on your character. So
I will say it only does take effect unless you're like level 12, where your proficiency bonus is like +6. With expertise in it. Basically, you need to be.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay, real quick word with Rakus. So Rakus, as you kind of enter the water, you feel actually warm when the water encompasses you. It's not oddly warm, nor is it lukewarm. It's just a comforting feeling. And you're swimming down, and when you guys reach the cavern, you hear, "Would you like to use my blessing?" John, are you alright there?
Okay. My internet's being a little whack. Is this the Sea Turner?
Yes, I reside in the skull, along with the artifact your party seeks. There is a offspring of Uldir here watching me. And you need... I will take you and Aster into the skull to free me. But your friends out there need assistance for this child.
Is it necessary?
It's up to you. You're the one who's going to use it.
You say there's a child of Uldir here?
An offspring, yes.
Then I'll accept whatever gifts you have.
Okay. Say cast when you're ready.
Ready for what?
Just whenever you want, just say cast and it will take effect.
Just whenever in the game?
Yes. It can
Okay.
be right before I say roll initiative, it can be after, just until basically this combat is over.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Mm.
Anyway.
That was before Krizik was introduced.
Here we go, boys. Get ready to die.
So,
You gotta restart your stream, by the way.
what do you mean?
It's not on. You left the
It's
chat.
not on. You left.
That's how it works.
Oh,
That's how
I
it
thought you
works.
were talking about the Twitch stream. God,
No.
The Twitch stream is over.
nothing has changed.
You know.
To see it.
But, Charleston, Token, Raditz. You see as you're kind of approaching this cavern, you kind of look down into it, even though it's creepily dark. And you see something almost translucent there.
Fuck.
And you see it slowly, one tentacle kind of climbs up onto your side.
It's
and
an
another.
It's an aboleth.
And then another. And then you see a bulbous head kind of begin propping up. Daven, your sword kind of pings you.
Thank
as
you.
You see this what appears to be kraken-like creature. However, it almost seems young. Its skin is still pale white. Its eyes and its size are smaller than that of a kraken, but it is there.
Does it have?
Hold on.
Hold on. So it's dark, yeah?
Not pitch black, no.
Also, we all have dark vision, so.
Don't worry, guys. I have dark vision.
Don't worry, we have dark vision. We're safe.
And,
I don't have dark vision.
Don't worry, we have dark vision.
Can
I don't have dark vision?
Hold on.
Ask
Yes,
me about
Token.
Well, fuck me, bro.
Yes, DM, am I going to die? Am I being turned
Carson has a
into
fucking wheel
log?
that he spins, and he goes, "Who am I gonna kill this
Okay.
week?"
As you guys see this kraken kind of approaching up, you hear, oddly from Rakis, kind of a tune that he sings. It's to anyone who could have understood it back when you were in Starport Bow. It kind of he hums it, but a tiefling back in Starport Bow, all long ago in episode 9, he kind of hums the strings of the song. And around everyone's kind of chest grows these kind of golden tentacles that wrap around them, including Rakis. And effectively, before we roll initiative here,
Token would like to say something before you start initiative. Continue.
you can say it now.
Token will speak abyssal, and he will say, "Hello."
Okay.
Aster will hear that
Aster
because
does
he
hear
also hears. He also knows abyssal, and he will also say, "Hello" as well. To specifically Token.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Abyssal is less understandable the less mouths you have.
So just know that neither of you can say anything
That's unlucky.
because you are underwater.
I can. What do you mean?
No, I mean, like,
Me.
your vocal cords are unable to.
Because they can't vibrate against each other, so it's like can't really produce
You
noise.
still have water,
Yeah,
like,
but
down
it gets
the throat,
fucking distorted because water.
Yeah. Unless you had like a bubble around your head.
Even so, it'd get distorted anywhere outside of the bubble.
Exactly.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob when they blow the bubbles. Hi, Patrick.
What the fuck?
Or
So,
if you had to,
notes for everyone.
SpongeBob.
Notes for everyone. With
Wait.
the Sea Turner's Blessing, you have advantage on attack rolls and a +1 to your armor class, regardless of armor class type.
Nice, 23, here we come.
Oh my god.
so I'm gonna get hit every single time because in order to hit right, it's just gonna have to have like a +11 to its attack.
Now, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Cool.
Also, wait, there was like a
Oh boy,
going on in my
Oh,
chest.
and I should.
you're rolling good tonight.
I do not have the exact figure for a juvenile kraken, but
Also, did Aster see the Kraken thing, or
everyone sees it when it rises up.
okay, immediately Aster's gonna do the wing thing and then do the bow thing. Something.
I would allow you if you had rolled a higher perception.
Oh, very oof.
And I fit. Wow, alright, game. Cool. Fine.
I like how Jay plays this game like he's playing a league match.
I go, oh, okay, game. It's fine. It's fine. I'm literally not going to use that set of dice anymore. Oh! Oh, but you give me that for... Thanks. I got a nat 20 on Silas. Cyphus. God damn it.
He said it. He said it. He said it.
You said it.
It's canon.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's like Seth calls Dave and Draven.
It's
You did
actually an
say
accident.
Draven.
It's actually an accident because like since I roll my R's, it's like
Yeah.
for some reason naturally I just want to add an R.
I heard it and I was like, I wanted to say, David.
It was
But
totally a mistake.
I thought that was so good though. I was like, oh man, you called him Draven.
All right. So, actually, surprisingly, Cyphus, it is your turn. Couple notes. Couple notes about fighting underwater. In this case, you are not slowed by moving underwater. However, you still have disadvantage on any other melee weapon that's not a dagger, javelin, short sword, or spear, or trident.
But doesn't the Sea Turner's Blessing give us the advantage?
Yeah, so it's canceled out, so it's just a normal roll.
So
unless you use a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Question. A lot of my abilities are ice-based. What the fuck's gonna happen?
It still works underwater.
But what about Winter Wonderland?
Water, yeah.
So, would my wall of fire work
You
underwater,
still can
though?
create ice underwater. It doesn't
You mean your
freeze
wall
the
of
water around it. Your sculptures don't. It freezes rather in. It creates a sculpture through magic.
But my real question is, it freezes a sculpture, but like the thing is, it has to touch something in order to freeze it, right?
I mean,
That's how that works.
You also can create your, quote unquote, icicle dagger that you can throw.
Mm-hmm.
So technically not. You still can touch things, yes, to freeze it, but it won't be enough to freeze water.
Okay.
You just create the sculpture.
What happens when I cast Wall of Fire, though?
Oh, Wall of Fire...
Wall of Steam instead?
I would say that technically Wall of Fire doesn't apply here. Or it doesn't, work underwater. Last time it did because you kept it above water, but it, in this situation, is literally underwater. So, also other notes. Ranged weapons miss beyond their normal range. Aster, this does not count for you. and have disadvantage unless they are a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin.
How far away is it from us?
So, it is right there, and you are right. All of you are right here.
Where's Cyphus specifically?
Cyphus is here. He's
Oh.
back here.
So that's a good, like, 20, 30 feet. I would say 30 at most.
About
20.
25, yeah.
25 feet. Okay. Cyphus would like to move forward up to the creature, around like 5 feet, and then he'll attack with both of his shackles.
Go ahead.
Oh, my dice are stuck. First one is a 25.
A 25 hits.
Hey, that's good, boys. That's good. The second one is that's an 11. I don't hit. That's fine. So it's 1d4.
Well, it has
So
an
that's
AC of
8 plus. So it's 10 damage.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my turn. I did 10 damage, boys. We're good.
Okay, gotcha. And that was for both attacks?
That was from because the 11 doesn't hit, right?
Yeah, the 11 does not hit.
So then, yeah, that's it.
Okay. The Kraken will use a legendary action. And make a tentacle attack on Cyphus.
Okay.
Cyphus does a. You know, I'm not. No.
No. Well, ask it. What is it?
Does a 27 hit?
Okay, then no. Yeah, no.
I know even if you have a +1, it does not. It cannot. Reach me.
Well, wait.
What?
It's a tentacle hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Also roll a acrobatics or athletics saving throw.
Aren't we underwater?
Yes. However, I said you don't face movement penalties from being underwater. It is grabbing you.
So an acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah. You're either dodging it or you're gonna break out of it.
I'm gonna athletics.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Cyphus, you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's not that bad.
And
It's
what
fine.
did you roll?
9 and 18.
You fail.
Oh, okay. That's sorry.
So you are. Let's see. I'll just use a.
All right, I failed with an 18, boys. GG.
I'll use a blue ring for this, but you are grappled. You know what grappling does because you have it.
I got it.
All right, and all right.
One time I get a good initiative.
Token,
and then
it is your turn.
I'm underwater.
Token would like to slink to the shadows.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Freaking stealth.
Um. 24.
Okay. Alright, so where would you like to move to? You're right here. So you're basically up in front of it.
Which is a bit awkward. Did this thing come from the ravine?
Yeah.
Can we see its full body? Or is it still coming out?
Yeah, you see most of its body.
Okay. Does it have multiple eyes, or is it just...
It has only 2.
Okay. Kind of awkward for such a big body. I'd like to go beneath the ravine, or into the ravine.
Okay. So I imagine Token kind of kicks up the sand, and then begins to attempt to stealthily swim down into the ravine.
Yeah.
Let me check something.
Has it fully emerged from the ravine, by the way?
It is mostly emerged, yes.
Okay.
Where is it? I apparently cannot find it. Well. Okay, yeah. Alright, you're under it. And, is there anything you'd like to do for your action?
I will hold my action for now.
Okay. Charleston, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Charleston is here.
okay, how far away is that from like the creature?
Like something about like 60 feet away. Sorry, more like 40.
Well, I gotta take a dash action to get up there, so I'll do that.
Well, I mean, okay, you can, if you were to move 5, 10, 15, 20, you can get up in its face if you have reach about 10 feet, which I think your astral arms do.
Do they? I have to reset them, so I
If they have reach.
Let me look. You have a reach of 10 feet, it says.
So, yeah, you would be able to reach it.
Okay, then we'll do that. So I'll summon my astral arms again. That's 4 key points. Nice. Doing good on those. And since I guess I just gotta attack with the astral self hands, and that's counts as 2 attacks. So that's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay. And that's a natural 20 on the second one.
Okay. Go ahead and double the die roll you roll.
Okay, that is that's 12 radiant damage total.
Okay. Alright. 12 radiant damage taken. Is it a bonus action to summon your astral arms?
Yes.
Okay. Rakis, is your turn. Aster, you're up next.
I would like to pull out my tentacle rod and point it at the creature.
Okay.
Would I get advantage with that, or would the water cause disadvantage?
I don't think the water would cause disadvantage. So you would get
Okay.
advantage.
They are tentacles, after all.
Exactly.
Okay. So for the first one, natural 20, I assume that hits.
Yes.
For the second one, does a 28 hit?
Yes.
For the last one, does a unnatural 20 hit?
That hits. So all 3 hit.
Okay. It will be 18 damage and 20, and I would like a, I think it's a Constitution roll.
Okay. Does a 28 beat it?
Just barely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. Okay, Aster, it is your turn.
Okay, very cool. First question, do I have my bow right now?
Yes.
Very cool. I don't have my wings out yet, do I?
No.
Okay, I will do that. And I will cast...
in the water. You can swim.
Yes, but it throws on more damage, so...
Can I do
do
one
that?
last really quick thing that I forgot to do?
Sure.
Okay, back out.
While humming the song, I'd like to use Bardic Inspiration on Morark.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you get a Bardic Inspiration die, which I think is a D6 right now.
To attack, saving throws, checks, and stuff like that once.
Yes. For 10 minutes. Anyway, Aster, you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna... So how far am I from the creature?
You are... about 25 feet away.
Okay. I would like to be a total of 30 feet away.
Okay. You mean to him or away from him?
Away from him.
Okay. So,
Exactly 30 feet.
there you go. You're 30 feet away now.
Very, very cool. I'm going to cast the spell Hex.
Okay. So, Yeah. Okay.
And I have and for my action, wings.
All right.
It throws a good amount of damage.
You summon your one single winged wing and your one kind of bone wing.
Very cool.
Is that your turn?
That's all I can do. Yep.
Okay.
See you in 20 minutes, everybody.
All right. You don't gotta do that. Okay. So it will make 2 tentacle attacks. One on Charleston and I guess one on Rackus. So Charleston, that is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And Rackus, wow, does an 18 hit. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I need both of you to make acrobatics or athletics saving throws.
Okay. Definitely acrobatics. Do we get advantage or just normal?
Just normal.
17.
Rackus fails. And Charleston?
Unnatural 20.
Okay, Charleston succeeds. Just barely. Okay, so Rackus, you still get everything you can do, you just can't benefit from moving. And it will fling Davin. So Davin, you are thrown, you are thrown out of his reach, or sorry, Cyphus, you're thrown. About here. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Or sorry, wait. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, Cyphus. Alright. And that is all it will do. Raditz, it is your turn. Davin, you're up next.
Oh, okay. So, let's see. What I want to do is I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon. It's a normal cast, so 2nd level.
Okay.
As my bonus action, because that's what it takes.
Yep.
Does a 16 hit the armor class?
Just barely.
It takes 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then for my action, I wish to cast Toll the Dead on him.
Go for it. So that is a will saving throw? Or, sorry, wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will tell you right now. Yeah, he does not succeed. So go ahead and roll your damage.
17 points of necrotic damage.
Beefy. Alright. Alright, you chime your ghostly bell, and it seems to kind of recoil back slightly.
Oh, and I want to put my spiritual weapon, of course, right next to it.
Yeah, I already put it there.
Rad.
You just can't see it that well. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I want to get up close and personal with that tentacle monster.
Okay. You can basically get up to it. You're hanging off the edge of the ravine, essentially.
Okay. I'm ready to get tossed, boys.
Okay. Davin, it is your turn. Morok, you're up next.
Alright. Taven will,
He's back
I assume my pipes won't work underwater, so, Daven will just strike with his sword. Does an unnatural 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, that's for the first attack. Second attack is I got higher than the last one.
You
Let's
hit.
say, yeah. Then I'll action surge,
Okay.
and then I'll get 2 more attacks. That's another one. That's a 21 to hit.
Hits.
And then last but not least, that's a nat 1. That's sad, but I got 3 out of the 4 attacks, so I'll take that.
Okay.
So that's. I'm just gonna do this. That's 3d8 plus 24. So hold on, let me get my dice out. It's a lot of rolling.
Fair enough.
I want to do it all at once. Okay, so for the first, the actual rolls themselves. So that's a 10 plus 11, so 21, plus another 15, so 36 damage
All in total?
in total.
Hefty. It is bloodied. You cut one of its tentacles cleanly off. And it kind of oozes kind of greenish, icky black liquid. And it kind of begins to sink into the cavern. It kind of releases a guttural kind of screeching noise. And good turn, David. Morark, hey buddy.
How's it going?
Now our actual DPS gets to do some damage.
It's going. Let me
I
just
don't
get
have
your
my
figure
sword
ready.
drawn out. So. Well, he's not gonna cast Giant Smite.
What?
Even the DM's confused.
No, he's got to save it for later.
Morark is going to attempt to grapple the Kraken.
Just by
Beauty
Morark
Cinderella
himself?
is live. Hi, be nice to me.
Alright.
Yeah, he's gonna try and grapple it.
So you just throw your body at it. Go ahead and make a athletics check against this guy's. I guess.
All right.
Or I think it's an attack roll actually. Yeah, it is an attack roll, I believe.
Okay, so you want me to add my strength to it?
Yeah, your strength and proficiency.
Strength and proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay, 25.
You hit. So you. All right. Yeah, you wrap your kind of entire body, even your legs, around the tentacles.
So how am I doing this? Am I like bending my back backwards and like holding on to
it's
my
like you're
leg?
hugging like a giant tree. Like you put your
Okay.
legs around the tree, you wrap
I
your
gotcha.
entire arms around it.
Okay, and he's just going to squeeze.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I think John said it's a d6 plus strength damage.
Alright. 3, so 8 damage total.
Okay. 8 damage taken. Definitely bloodied now.
I guess that's all I'll do for now.
Okay.
So it is grappled though.
It is.
Okay, so I can't run away.
Yep. At the start of round 2, coming from the mouth of the skeleton are these 2 golden tentacles that reach out and kind of wrestle with the one that's holding Rakkus, the Kraken that's holding Rakkus. And it takes Rakkus out, and it reaches and it grabs Aster. Does Aster let it?
What happens?
A radiant tentacle comes out of the skeleton's mouth.
The skeleton's mouth of the island?
No, of the actual skeleton that you guys are here for. The skull.
Okay. Fuck. Let's do this, yeah.
Okay. And Rakkus, I assume you let it. Okay. I love when John nods, even his computer shakes. Okay, you two are pulled into the skull's mouth. I will describe it to you when you get onto your turns. But Cyphus, it is your turn. You are, you're off the map, but you're like right essentially here. When the Kraken threw you, you're like here if I'm pointing at it. Or it's kind of difficult to dictate, but you're like 5 feet off the map right now.
Alright, Cyphus will... I guess I'll cast... what do I want to cast? I guess I'll cast Ice Knife at level 3.
Okay. You want to stand up using half your movement?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just move you back onto the board so you know where you are. There you go.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, and go ahead and roll.
Ice Knife.
You can roll with advantage, by the way.
With advantage?
Yes.
Why?
Because of the thing that Rakus did before combat started. Because
But
it's
I
not,
thought you... Oh, because it's not a martial
weapon.
attack. Yeah. Well, thank God, because that was a 2. And that's a 1. So, 9.
It does roll for the dexterity saving throw.
Every time I roll a 2 first and I have advantage, I then roll a 1 after.
Hey, you might like this. What's your spell save DC for the spell?
15?
Yeah, it rolled a 10 for its dex saving throw, so go ahead and roll however many d6s you roll for the splash damage.
Oh, so it's 1d6 for each slot level
So
above
3d6.
first. No, it'd be 4d6 because I cast level 3. It's already 2d6, so then
Oh, it's already. I thought it was 1d6. All right, yeah.
you know, it's 2d6, and then I increase it by 1d6 for each slot level above
Yeah,
first.
it's 46.
So, let me get them all out. So, it's not entirely wasted, but that's a d10. That's not what I need. I refuse to use the other fucking set. I should leave all these out too. I didn't think I'd need them all, but 10, so 13 cold damage.
All right. 13 taken. He is definitely bloodied. In case anyone's curious, he's past bloodied. Okay. Token, it is your turn. You are currently under the thing.
Does it have tentacles at the bottom?
It does. A lot of it's being kind of wrapped by Morark, but it does.
Yeah. Can I cut one off? Sneak attack?
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack. You have advantage and you're using a dagger, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so all your attacks you make with a dagger are immediate sneak attacks, by the way.
A 20.
Yeah, you hit.
You said advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you hit, go ahead and roll sneak attack damage in addition to your dagger.
Plus my dagger. Sorry. Um. 22 damage.
With sneak attack?
With sneak attack, yeah.
Okay. hefty damage. He is not looking good. Or it is not looking good. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. Hey, Charleston. It's time to aura this idiot.
Yep, so I've got so I've still got my arms. Okay, so I gotta find the thing where it shows me the flurry of blows, so I'll spend a key point for that. So I will make essentially 4 attacks total.
Yeah.
And where is it? Where is the thing I'm talking? Stunning strike.
I'm fairly certain that your astral arms add to the number of blows you can do. So
Yeah, like
I'll go check it out.
yes, Carson. Last time we did it was 4.
it's the reason why astral monk is actually like fucking stupid.
Carson, the total's 4 for that, right? Or am I dumb?
It's 4 for a normal fury of blows, but you have your astral arms, right?
Yes. Doesn't actually give me more. I'm not really
So, after you use your attack action with Astral Arms on your turn,
Mhm.
You can make an additional attack action as a bonus action. So no, you can't.
Okay.
Because it's a bonus action to Fury of Blows. So it
Oh.
would be 1 punch from Arms of... Technically 2, because second attack.
Mhm.
And then the 4 from Fury of Blows, or is it 2 from Fury of Blows?
4. Because last time we did this in the boat, it was 4 total.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do 4 attacks right now. Yeah.
Yep. And I'll do stunning strike, right, with my arms.
Yep. Go ahead. I'll
Okay,
let you know if it fails.
Yeah. You want me to roll the saving thing
You
right now?
have to hit first.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
You don't even have to say that you want to do the stunning strike unless you confirm that you hit.
13 doesn't hit. I'm assuming.
13 does not hit.
Unnatural 20 will.
Yep.
And 16.
That hair barely. That's 3, right? You just rolled.
I rolled the first 2 I got were under 16. So
Okay, got you.
it was like a 2 and a 6 I rolled. I only have +7, so yeah. So
Alright.
let's not do that hit. Roll that damage.
And I'll go ahead and roll a saving throw.
Yep.
Huh.
That's 11 radiant damage.
Okay. 11 taken. I need to look at something.
Are you asking what the save is?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta look for it again. Hold on. I'm looking through like 20 different pages right now. Where is it? Stunning strike. 14. It's a
14.
constitution.
He just barely beats it.
Alright, well, that's enough for me then.
He does have a very high con bonus, so that was very close. Sorry, not, oops. Oh, right. Okay, so this will be fun. You're pulled into the mouth of the skull, and let me describe what you see.
Both of us, or?
Yeah, both of Rakkus and you. In the skull's mouth, there is no water. Just the light tapping of water as it hits the black onyx floor. The room is lit by torches in each corner of the room. There also sits gold along the floor, and an apparent shell in the middle of the room, made of kind of stone tentacles that wrap around a figure inside of it, almost like a prison. You see a old man cradled into a ball. He has old white hair that is so long it reaches out of the tentacle bars themselves, so it spreads kind of onto the floor. And you see about 15 feet behind him an altar that sits a polyhedron. This polyhedron is see-through, and inside you see a black skull. And there are black particles sprinkled throughout the polyhedron. It too seems to be wrapped in stone tentacles. Another detail you notice is there's a bunch of just shit in here, just random. There's a piece of wood, there's just random shit in here. And there is a bunch of pieces of metal lying around the place. And Rakus, the old man in the ball apparently speaks to you, and he says, Rakus, I'm so glad you have come for me. Thank you for hearing me out. But there is one guarding my room. And as he says this, the metal that's spread out through him begins to form together, and it takes form to a similar construct you've seen before. One that had technically killed Santina, and one that also killed Fiverr at one point. You see, standing there is a soul guardian, back when you were in the temple. Another piece of detail is, as this kind of happens, two figures come out from behind the artifact's altar. One is this kind of black hair, slicked back elf who is in dark clothing, and another who is this woman in a very nice kind of noble's outfit, and they both look at you as this construct forms, and they nod to each other. And yeah, let me go ahead and move that.
Dude, they fucking show up, they fucking pull off their shirt like Diavolo and just like pop in through.
Also, I got a question. How big was the skull exactly?
It is
The size of a skull.
Wow.
You see, that's why I'm concerned.
about 80 feet wide. Problem is it's mostly filled with junk.
Also, was I able to get my shot up before I got pulled in?
No.
Oof.
Bidoof.
Thank you. Camera died, so it should be back on now. Apparently not. Alright, I love this program. Alright. There you go. It should work now. Apparently not. Alright, very interesting. That's kind of problematic. Don't know why it isn't working. There we go. Got it. There we go. I got it now. So this is the where the old man lies in there. That is where the altar is with the artifact, apparently. The two figures that came out from behind it. And this is the Soul Guardian. I don't have a construct miniature, so that is what I'm using now. And you two are technically inside.
Wait a minute, so is that the same thing that
That was at the tower? Yes.
Oh fuck.
Anyway. You know, you're 2 levels higher. Perhaps that made a difference. I think it was 3 levels actually.
Wait.
Anyway, Rakus, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Do we still get advantage from the
Yes.
the song? Okay, cool. I'm going to pull out my tentacle rod again and point it at the Soul Guardian.
Okay.
Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Does a natural 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in our 46. It will take 16 damage.
Did you crit with that last one? Did you roll your crit?
Yeah, I did. I just did 46. 3d6, 1 each tentacle, and then extra d6 for the crit.
No, I mean you double the die of the
Oh, you just double the die?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I re-roll it then?
No, I think that's fine. I mean, Yeah, it's fine. And it needs a con save.
Yeah, DC 15.
It fails, so it is grappled.
Alright, on a failure, the creature's speed is halved. It has disadvantage on dex saves, and it can't use reactions for 1 minute.
Okay.
Moreover, on each of its turns, it can take either an action or a bonus action, but not both.
That's neat.
At the end of each of its turn, it can repeat the saving throw.
Okay.
You slowed it?
His tentacle rod essentially does that, yeah.
So that's still.
Alright.
Okay.
Is that your turn, Rakus?
And then for my bonus action, I am going to give Bardic Inspiration as I continue humming to Aster.
Okay.
And then I would like to move 20 steps back.
Into the water, or...
Is the water like right at our backs?
Yeah. This is kind of the entrance.
Sure, I'll go like 5 feet into the water.
Alright. You don't provoke an attack of opportunity because of your cool thing.
Okay.
Alright,
I have an immediate question. Does Bardic Inspiration add to damage? It doesn't,
No.
right?
It's only to attack.
Okay. I would like to go Pew. Also, I would like to use my Hex on him.
Yeah, okay. Hexblade's Curse.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is...
Also, wait.
Alright. I forgot to mention, Aster, you are concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
So... Alright, and I'll say that's your Hexblade's Curse. Alright, and go ahead and make your attack.
Wait, so that is the construct right there.
Yes. I don't
It
have
is
a
right in front of
miniature
us.
for it.
It is right in front of us.
Yes, but it can't take reactions, so it can't attack you.
Okay, I should probably move out so I wouldn't get disadvantage from the bow.
I mean, you can either move away from it, you can literally move around it if you want, so...
I will move up.
So, okay. Alright.
That will do. That will do, Chief.
Go ahead and make your attacks.
I take 65 damage. Oh wait, no, heck, it removes 8 damage because it doesn't have that curse. Take 57 damage, my bad. With 2 crits.
Oh.
By the way.
Interesting. Alright. Okay.
Very cool. Does it look bloodied?
It is bloodied.
Very cool.
It's its turn. You see the holes you just made with your arrows kind of seal over slightly. Oops. Yeah, do that. And it can still move as per normal. Yes, Rakus? It can only move half, right? Okay.
Yeah, I can only move, and it can only do an action or a bonus action.
Okay. Okay. It'll just move up to Rakus. Can't seem to leave the water, but it is able to reach you. And it will make an attack. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
And does a... yeah, that hits. So you take 12 points of damage for the first punch, and 11 points of damage for the second.
Okay. And then if it's the end of its turn, it can repeat the saving throw. So DC 15 con.
It saves.
Okay, so it can now do an action and a bonus action.
Gotcha. And it moves normal.
Still has half speed, it just can do the action and bonus action.
The Kraken will make two tentacle attacks on Morork.
Gotcha.
So I rolled a 19 to hit, and then that's before bonuses, so
What's the bonus?
I don't want to tell you, but it would... Okay. Does a 31 hit?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
The next attack will also hit with a 27.
Well, he said a 31 didn't hit. What do you want about, my dude?
Stop. Alright, so Morark, that is 18 points of damage for the first tentacle.
Okay.
And the second is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And roll a, I guess, athletics or acrobatics check, because this is very interesting.
Alright. So that's a 17 plus athletics plus 8, so 25.
Okay. It begins to wrap one of its tentacles around you, and you just flex, and the tentacle cannot grab you.
Am I still grappling it?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the woman back in the room will go.
Actually, real quick,
Yes.
can I provide disadvantage on those attacks? I'm sorry, I forgot I had this.
Sure. Hold on. Alright, so the new first attack is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
That hits?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the new second attack is a 20 to hit.
Oh, wait, 19 total?
Yeah, 19 total.
Then that doesn't hit.
Okay. The second one was a 20. Does a 20 hit?
My AC is 20.
Okay. So then it only did, I think, 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. The woman back here. Will move up to the construct. It will nod at Aster and Rakis. Or she will nod at Aster and Rakis. And make 3 attacks. Misses. Hits. And misses. Wow. Okay. She seems to have a rapier, and she seems to try to bite the construct, but she misses and just bites onto the steel. Doesn't really have an effect. And she stabs it with her rapier, dealing minuscule amount of damage. Raditz, it is your turn.
Epic. Okay, see, now that I'm close to it, I am going to hit it with my warhammer.
Go for it.
My fancy new one. .22 to hit.
That hits.
.10 points of damage.
How many?
10.
Okay.
It's counted as magical, technically, because it's +1.
Gotcha.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to have my sacred weapon, which is also a hammer.
Yeah.
A lot less fancy looking hammer, but a hammer nonetheless. Do a attack on it.
Go ahead.
It didn't hit.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. The guy in the room will take out a heavy crossbow, and you see he kind of pricks his finger on it, and the bolt kind of catches fire, and he shoots it twice. Alright, he hits once for... Bless you.
Bless you.
A hefty amount of damage. And at the same time, he looks at Rakis and he says, "Thank God someone came to help." Rakis, I want you to roll insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Alright. 15.
Something just doesn't seem off about these two. As you kind of watch them help you, it's strange that they're kind of just sitting and hiding in the room before you entered. And that, you know, they are now all of a sudden trying to fight this thing. Just as a note to you.
What are they? Are they humanoids?
Yeah, one's an elf and the other is a human. Well, one appears to be a human. She
hold
looks
on.
kind of paler.
Is the constructor already dead?
No.
Okay. He's just saying this mid-combat, I
Yes.
see.
David, it is your turn. Morark, you're up next.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same things I did before.
Okay.
Just slash at it.
It's my rolling box.
That's a 15. Is that a hit?
No, just
That's
barely
why I don't
misses.
use this fucking dice.
John is becoming the new Laura Bailey, I swear. We have a dice. fucking...
But a fucking. I rolled a 16.
Okay, you hit.
Okay. 5 plus 8, so what is that? 13 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damage taken. It does not look good at all.
You've been saying this for a while.
Yeah.
It is seeping kind of green blood. Some of its ink's kind of shooting out from the bottom. Not enough to cause like an ink, you know, and nothing to affect you, but it is kind of seeping out. Morak, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna squeeze.
Go ahead and squeeze twice since it's an attack.
Oh, bet. So that's a 6 and a 2. I add 5 to each one, right? Yeah, 5 to each one. So 11 and 7. So it's 18 points of damage total.
Alright, cool. You are squeezing the life out of it. It is very not looking good.
Are its eyes bulging out at this point?
Honestly, yeah, the eyes are kind of beginning to kind of pop out. You're starting to see kind of blood seep out of its eyes.
Yeah. Strangulation.
Alright, John, I see you. Is there anything else you'd like to do more?
No. Is this the end of the turn?
This is the end of the round, yeah.
Okay. So I have my reaction again.
Yeah. Cyphus, buddy, it is your turn. Why is your mouth so open? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. What do you want from me?
Everything.
I'll cast Chilled Touch.
Alright, go ahead.
That's a 10, that doesn't hit. Bye.
I mean, okay.
What do you want me to do? I can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, you have sorcery points, you know.
No, but don't I have to do that beforehand though?
Yeah, but you can still make you can still make a spell a bonus action with your sorcery points, right?
Let me read it. Hold on. I think it has to be before I cast it though. That's why. That's why I say that.
Well, no, because you casted a cantrip. I'm saying you could probably expend sorcery points to make a first level or above spell a bonus action.
I guess, yeah, I could still cast it now. Yeah, alright, I'll use 2 sorcery points for a, to make that a quicken spell, and I'll make that a bonus action, and then I'll cast it again.
Okay.
We'll pick the blue one. If I can find it. There it is, blue one. That's a, it's a 14.
Alright, go cry in the corner. Token.
Can I provide him advantage?
I mean, Actually,
Doesn't he get
technically, yeah.
advantage in general?
Oh, wait, yeah, I do have advantage.
Come on, gamer!
Oh, so those are the rolls. Advantage, that one hits. That's a 19.
Oh, look
The
at
next
that.
one. The next one's also a 19.
Look at that.
Thank you, Seth, for saying that.
Yeah, I didn't roll advantage.
Tell you right now.
Well, that's because you're gay.
If it weren't for this advantage, we'd be.
The first one's damage is 9 necrotic damage, and the second one's damage is 14 necrotic damage.
Cytus, how would you like to do this?
Yes. So with both hands, his eyes will begin to glow like a bright blue, and you'll see like what appears to be like ice form, but it doesn't exactly look like ice. It'll move from his hands down his chains and out towards the kraken, and it slowly wraps around it. Eventually, the ice seems to move into its like orifices and kills it from within.
Okay, so you all see Cyphus describe how he sends it out. The icy kind of hands wrap around it and begin to freeze onto it. The ice kind of then spreads into the already popping out eyeballs, enters inside of its head, and it begins to freeze over. Just as this happens, Morik is still squeezing to it, and he just fucking breaks the kraken in half because of the ice. And as it's kind of breaking, Rakis, you feel a chill go down your spine. And you kind of turn around for a brief second to see, as it's kind of breaking apart, one of its tentacles, before it freezes, reaches out to you. And then it breaks off, and then it falls down into the cavern below.
Mark would like to try to grab some of those pieces, by the way.
I mean, you're still holding on to it, so sure, go for it.
How much can he grab?
All of it. Yoink.
I'll say, like, if you want to grab, like, a hefty chunk, like 15 pounds.
He's gonna specifically try to grab possibly the beak, the eyes, and maybe bits of the head.
Go for it. Yeah, I'd say that's a total of, like, 20 pounds.
Okay. What should I add to my inventory for that?
A custom item that's, like, kraken eyes, kraken bits of kraken skull, a kraken beak.
Also, as the kraken dies, do I feel that with the hex?
Yeah, you feel it with the hex.
Very cool.
Because you feel it leave, essentially. Your focus of it vanishes, so...
Alright, so that's given that I'll do that with the bonus action next on my turn.
Morik, I'll just assume, as it kind of breaks apart and you kind of begin sinking, you'll jump off onto the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll use some of the bigger pieces to just, like, jump over to the other side.
Okay. And tokens obviously under it. Alright, let's see here.
Can I move?
Look, we're still in initiative, so.
Oh, I get that. I thought it was my turn.
Oh, it was. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, it is.
Okay. Can I move to the Skull Keep? Because I assume I saw them floating over there.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do you want to use your bonus action to dash?
Yeah, sure.
You step into this, what appears to look like a black kind of opening where Rakis kind of stepped back out into. It's now transparent-ish, where you can see inside of the room. You step in, and there is just a giant construct kind of standing there. It looks like it's sparking and falling apart slightly. What would you like to do for your action?
Can I speak, by the way, or?
Yeah. This area is not underwater, inside at least.
So, like, there's more guards?
Does anyone reply?
Is anybody else in here?
Yeah,
Rack
or
token.
A token, please.
You also do
like-
see two other figures that you haven't seen before. One is a elf with kind of slick back black hair. He
Yeah.
seems to have a
And the
heavy
two
crossbow
wolves.
in hand, and you see a woman with very pale white skin in a noble's kind of outfit.
So like, are you the guys that are like guarding this place too, or do we have to kill you two? Is Kraken not enough, or?
They don't respond, but they appear to be focusing on the construct.
Okay. Who's the bad guy, Aster?
So you see the metal thing with like the construct thing and just that as
Yeah.
Aster points to it. That we kill that.
Okay, sure. He tosses his lucky dagger at it.
You're like right in front of it. You can make a melee attack if you'd like.
Is it pretty big?
It's not like massive. It's just like maybe 12 feet tall.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just make a melee attack then.
Right, go ahead. You have advantage still, so it's a sneak attack.
Okay. A 15 in total to hit.
15 in total.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry for you. It does not hit.
Okay.
Charleston.
That was a warm up.
You're about here. Do you want to make your way?
Yep.
Alright.
Take the dash action too.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You get about there.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's about it. You see Rakus out there. He's kind of chilling there. Hey, speaking of, Rakus. Hey, Rakus.
Howdy. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm sure ready.
Alright. Okay. Same thing as last turn. I'm gonna point my tentacle rod at the construct.
Mm-hmm. Alright, go for it.
Does a 27 hit?
Any 27 hits.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay, it will take 12 damage. And if I could get a...
Con save.
Yes.
God damn, it fails.
Okay, so same thing as last turn. Only an action or a bonus action.
Gotcha. Anything with your bonus action?
For my bonus action, I will just give Bardic Inspiration to Token.
Okay. Token, you have a d6 to add to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks, I believe, for 10 minutes. Alright, and the Soul Guardian will go. It will punch Rakus twice. Wow. Wow. Okay. The second hit will hit you for a 20 total. Yeah, okay. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Rakus.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, that's a dex saving throw, which it has disadvantage
DC 15 Dex disadvantage, yep.
on. It fails.
Neat. It will take 19 damage.
Okay. While underwater, you kind of shriek at it, even though it's kind of not very audible. And you see the insides of this metallic creature begin to flare up and burn in from the inside, before it eventually fizzles away.
How bad does the Guardian look now?
It's been bloodied for a while, and it's not looking good.
Okay.
The woman will go. She'll make 3 attacks. That will hit. Will miss, and that will hit. So she bites into it, and oh wow! All right. She deals a subsequent amount of damage with stabbing it, and then also seemingly biting into the metal. Raditz, it is your turn.
Hey, did you forget about my turn?
Oh, did I?
I thought that I was legitimately
Yeah,
directly
I
after
did forget about you.
Racket,
Go ahead and
but I was
go.
just been sitting here.
Go ahead and go.
Okay, so the first 2 rolls was like a 6 and a 5, but this advantage got me another 2 crits. Love this advantage. So that's 27 damage and 35 damage.
How would you like to kill it?
Rapid fire.
Once more.
Just rapid fire the heck out of it until it is nothing but holes.
Okay. You relentlessly begin firing radiant arrows into it. Enough radiant arrows kind of remove its arm, and it falls onto the floor. Many enter through its chest, and at one point you take off one of its metallic legs. It kind of falls to the floor, and you keep firing, and eventually it's just a bunch of bolts across the floor.
Very cool.
All right. Well, as soon as that happens, the cage around the old man will vanish, and the cage holding this kind of artifact-looking thing will vanish as well. Combat is effectively over, and is everyone gonna swim to the skull?
Well, all us heavy, beefy boys with our armor can't really swim across the chasm well, can we?
I shall walk slowly towards it.
Okay. I'll say you can get in if you'd like.
Are our movements restricted by the water, or
No, they're not because of the thing that happened with Rakkus.
so that's still active?
It
But
is
we
still
should
active.
be able to just move across that without a problem, right?
Theoretically.
Okay.
Theoretically?
I don't like
I don't
that
like
theoretically, but okay.
I don't like that.
Carson.
When the DM says theoretically, that's when you know there's a problem.
I'll get
There's
to you
a
in a
problem.
moment, John.
Okay.
So David can cross fine. He is not technically
Yeah.
that heavy.
Yeah.
So David can enter. Both of the figures for everyone who's inside kind of walk back to the back of the room where the altar is. They're not up on it, but they're kind of to the back of the room. Rakkus, I imagine you enter.
Yes, I'd like to enter and also use Cure Wounds on myself with my Staff of Healing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You don't need to tell me the total. You can just roll it.
Okay, cool.
And Cyphus and Raditz, do you guys want to just try to jump across?
Well, Cyphus has leather armor. So
Like a leap of faith.
So Cyphus just goes and enters.
he has studded leather, but it only weighs 13 pounds. It's not that much.
And then
Like, what's-
Raditz, do you want to try jumping across?
That's a hefty jump.
Sounds
Cyphus?
Hey, Reddit, you should go further down the trench, so that way you only have to jump over like 3 spaces instead of like 6 right there.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
Cyphus will extend his chains and he'll hold them out over.
Okay.
Try to help him.
So Raditz.
Keep in mind, Raditz weighs 166 pounds.
Morok's heftier still.
Not that bad. So you.
Yeah, that's without the armor.
Playing.
Morok weighs 234.
Jump. You begin to sink before you get to the edge, and then you grab on Cyphus's chains. Cyphus, you're able to hold. I mean, you're very strong because of the gauntlets now.
Mm-hmm. If you need me to make a roll, I can.
I want to be simplistic and say no.
Okay.
I don't want to kill people by sending them down a watery cavern.
Through a shitty roll, yeah.
Yeah. So Raditz, you're able to climb up. Theoretically, you could have climbed up the wall anyway because the spider climbed, but you know.
Also, Morg, you saying that you're still heavier than me? I'm only 5'8".
Yeah, you're a chunky meatball, but I'm a big ass weighty boy.
Anyway, you both also enter into the scene, and the old man kind of cradled in the center of the room. He kind of is still cradled into a ball, and across from which you see the one on the left from your guys' perspective, or the one down, is a human, or sorry, an elf with slick back, black hair. He's got chainmail on. David, I want you to roll history.
Yay.
Yay.
Really quick,
With
this is going on.
advantage.
Kirsten,
Yeah.
could I cast Cure Wounds first level on Morark and who else was injured? Cyphus?
Sure.
No. Well, yeah, he was. But
You
it's
can go
not
ahead and
bad.
message them how much they heal.
You want David?
Yeah.
Roll history.
History with advantage.
Okay, so that first one's a 7. That next one is a 3, so 7.
Rip.
Under normal circumstances, I would say that this would be, to everyone else, a harder roll. But because it rings so close to you, David,
Yeah.
the man on the left, I'll describe the other person. She is a pale white human, in a noble's kind of outfit, long black hair.
Yeah.
The elf with the slick back hair, who's carrying this crossbow and a similar katana at his side, you kind of pause for a moment and you think, he seems familiar in some way.
So wait, repeat that to me?
The man with the elf with the slicked back black hair, who has a heavy crossbow in his hands right now, and he has a katana at his side. Something seems familiar about him.
What about her?
The woman, not so much. But the man, as you enter, David, he kind of looks at you, and he takes a moment to think. You see a slight grin, and then he seems to take disinterest in you. The woman will speak up. Well, we would like to thank you all for helping us. We were stuck here, and now...
What made you break character so much?
Our minis are to smile.
More so, what the fuck?
I think that's the joke that got through.
Oh my god.
Forces a laugh out loud out of you.
It's because it's like right on my monitor, so I'm kind of looking at it. And then I like went back and looked at it. I was like, oh, it's a smile.
What do you know?
But she says,
You little skull.
we will now call our benefactor. He was unable to reach us until now, but we would like to thank you all.
Can you like give like any sort of reason why you've been stuck down here?
Edward?
Yeah, what happened with the pile of now?
I want to point out that they're standing in between a altar. It's more like back here, but it's a red die that has some sort of item on top of it. The woman turns to the elf and says, Ellsworth, do you mind explaining how we got here? And he kind of looks around and he says, well, he looks at David once more. We were kind of sent here by someone, like kind of our hirer. Very kind of nice man. I was a little busy in Oolong with some other jobs, but I'm here now, and we were stuck in here when the Kraken kind of scared us in here, and we took shelter in here.
But what about the now
construct?
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Through deductive reasoning, can Cyphus determine that the item on that thing there is what we're after? Like, just looking around the room, is there anything else that would look like an artifact?
It seems to be what you're after, yeah.
Cyphus is gonna walk up, not say a word, just take it.
Hey!
He is walking up.
Token's gonna seriously freak out. Don't you fucking touch it.
Keep walking.
If you're gonna keep walking, okay. There will be.
Wait, real talk. What about?
Seemingly coming out of invisibility, there's an individual that kind of shocks you for a moment. The last time you saw him was,
Oh no.
I mean, back in Ven. And then he kind of left. He said he had his own business to take care of.
It was Token.
As Darium appears,
Warlock's going to instantly dash over to him.
I realize you are, but
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm going to try and break through the ice wall.
I'm gonna go through the ice wall.
He appears on the other side, and he has what looks like a locket in hand. He drops it, and then he says, "Now my two servants, just hold them back for me. Many thanks." And he begins walking to the artifact, and both of them kind of look at him like, "What?" And then they both kind of shrug.
Cyphus would like to cast Mage Hand on the artifact.
As this wall kind of appears, it is obscured, so you can't really see through it all that well.
So wait, what is the wall exactly?
It is a ice wall that is like literally it's frozen to the point where you can't see through it.
But do I see him cast the spell?
Technically speaking, yeah, you do.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to provide him. I'm going to provide. Is there like an advantage or disadvantage on either?
No, because it's just kind of it's a spell he casts. You have to roll if the spell is above your spell level, which the max you can cast is.
Oh, okay. I was confused for a
DC you
moment.
have to beat.
Can I provide advantage?
Not necessarily.
I mean, like, would it do anything? Because I still have Uvar.
You can't provide advantage.
It's all about his side. There's nothing he can really.
I was just curious.
Jay, you didn't need to do that. I could have cast Wall of Fire and melted the wall.
And
Make steam wall.
What do I have to beat?
So you can add your charisma modifier.
Okay.
What did you get?
15.
Wall of Ice is a 6th level spell.
Fuck!
And the DC is 10 plus the spell level.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, damn it.
Very close.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Wait a minute.
I can provide advantage on that, can I?
Do you still have a Bardic Inspiration?
Shit, he can do that, yeah.
True.
Now I'm kind of curious.
Ooh. Because that is a save.
Ooh. It is. It is.
Ooh, I'm so smart. Let's go.
Jay, big brain.
On the big brain this time.
Big brain.
It's a very rare occurrence. I'm very proud.
Wait. Is it a? It's not a charisma saving throw, right?
It's not.
It's just my. It's just my charisma modifier.
It's just a modifier.
Damn.
Does it count?
He's rolling for something, correct?
It's not my spell modifier. It's my.
It's just your charisma
thing,
modifier. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So.
But hold on. I need to. Because the exact wording of Bardic Inspiration is attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Well,
He's
actually,
attacking them viciously.
That'd be an ability check.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Very angry. It says, "How dare you cast a spell on
I
my..."
mean, yeah, it's an ability check, and an ability check is like a broad, wide thing of things that relies on that
So I
ability.
can also provide advantage on that, mind you.
How would you do so?
Because of Uvar, it provides advantage or disadvantage on a creature I can see within 60 feet on ability checks, saving throws, or attack rolls. That's
I mean,
why I asked.
you can give advantage, yeah, but if he uses Bardic Inspiration, he'll pass.
Okay.
I mean, that's up to Rakkus. If not, we could just use.
It's not up to Rakkus. You just have it. Would you like to use it or not?
Oh, wait, did I? But did
yeah,
he cast? I don't
Yeah,
think
he
cast it on
he
me.
gave it to you. Yeah, I think he did. Right, John?
No, he gave it to.
No, he
Aster.
gave it to Aster and he gave one to me.
That's
I
why
gave
I'm
it to
asking.
the 3 people. I don't remember.
No, you
I know
gave it
for
to
a fact-
Token because when he entered. So yeah, you don't have Bardic Inspiration.
I don't-
Morart can give advantage then.
Yes.
Okay.
So roll again.
No.
Damn
Okay.
it.
The wall of ice
Okay.
remains. Now, before anything else happens, we're going to go back into initiative.
Okay.
So, I actually need to add Darium.
This light's so bright.
Okay. So Cyphus already he's used his reaction. Okay, Cyphus, it is your turn.
Okay. How thick does the wall look?
Well, the wall is the wall is 1 foot thick.
I can still see through it, right? It's just.
No, he said it's so thick that you can't see through it.
Yeah, the point of the spell is to kind of obscure sight through it.
How tall is it?
10 foot, so it's 10 feet up.
What's the rule on the cat?
The cat did not come with you.
I can't summon it at all.
No, it's an independent familiar. So it is basically just a living creature.
Cats
Okay.
don't like water.
Is that too?
So, are we re-rolling initiative?
No, we're starting back at the top and going back down.
Okay.
Let's see. I really can't do much, but I guess I can still use my movement action to climb over the wall, can't I?
Well,
Is it climbable?
Can you throw your chains over the other side?
I can. Yeah, they're more than 10. They're 10 feet.
So, I mean, I guess you can either try to destroy it, or you can try to climb it. Well, actually, sorry, it's not. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you can try to climb it. You can try to break it. What would you rather do?
I'll try to climb it.
Okay, so that's gonna cost, I think, your movement action. You need to make a athletics check.
Okay. That's a athletics check. That's a 13.
I'll say you get up to the top.
Okay. And then at the top, I'd like to cast Mage Hand when I can visibly see it, and I'd like to just throw the artifact. I'd like to move it as far as I can until it's clear that something bad is going to happen. Like if
Okay.
Darium is, doing. Well, when I'm on top of the wall, how far am I from it?
You're 10 feet, so you're 15 feet. You're at an angle of 15 feet away from it.
15 feet away.
I think.
Okay.
Let me, yeah.
So you are in range with Mage Hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are in range with Mage Hand.
Yeah, I am.
And you can yoink.
And how far away is Darium?
Well, shit. I'll say, for simplicity, because I would have to go get his miniature out, he is standing right next to it. You can't really see it, but it's right on the bottom side of the D6.
So yeah, I'll cast Mage Hand on it and move it.
Okay.
Yoink.
Where would you like to move it to?
My hand. What is it exactly?
Good question, yeah.
It is
It's a bag of weed.
I already described it before, but it is a polyhedron with a black skull inside of it, and there are kind of speckled in and throughout it are black dots.
Okay.
So,
do I successfully grab a hold of it?
hold on, I need to read something about it. There's something specific I'm looking for. Okay. Here's the question I'm looking for.
Because there's more I'd like to do as well.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So so it's an action to use Mage Hand once you cast it.
Okay.
So
That's
you
not-
have to wait until your next action to use it.
What do you mean?
Because unlike, for example, Spiritual Weapon, Mage Hand does not say anything about the free use on a turn when you cast it. So it
Okay, then Quicken
requires-
Spell. Doesn't matter. Quicken Spell. Use 2 sorcery points, make it a Quicken Spell. With bonus action, use it as an action to pull to my hand. That's how it works. Done. It's in my hand.
Gamer.
Sweet.
Pro gamer.
Sorcerers, baby. Woo!
Yeah, remember you hated your class for like the longest time?
Yeah, it's still fucking. It's still. Oh shit! What happened? Yeah.
No.
Oh, because if that didn't work, I was gonna. If I couldn't move it, when I moved it, I was just gonna cast Darkness, but it doesn't really matter anyways. I still have it in my hand.
Okay. I'll say. Okay.
Damn. Whew. Oh, sorcery points fucking came into play, baby. Whew.
Alright.
I'm being at 4.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Oh, that's very interesting, Evan.
Quick note for Morark when you see Darium. Darium looks a little paler than usual.
Don't care.
I'm just saying, for example. It is Darium's turn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Darium will kind of smile, and he will use his bonus action to cast Misty Step on top of the wall. And then using his, as an action to activate an item, using his Helm of Teleportation, he will attempt to grab the sphere, or the item. Cyphus, you can technically try to counterspell what he's trying to do.
No, I can't.
Your turn passed, so you have it rejuvenated, I believe, is how reactions work.
I don't have a spell slot.
Oh.
Oof.
It's a 3rd level spell. I don't have a spell slot available. Wait, or is it 1? Hold on. Let me read.
It's a third
That's
level.
real quick.
Counterspell is 3rd level.
No, hold on. It's something else. I'm trying to read. Yeah, no, I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah, he will grab onto the sphere and he'll say, Mork, I'll see you on Skull's Keep. And, that locket's for you. I thought you'd like it. And
Wait, what was the spell he casted on me?
he didn't cast it on you.
What did he cast?
Cast Misty Step to get on top of the wall, then used this action to activate his Helm of Teleportation to touch the sphere, kind of grab it, and then teleport.
Wait, so he was on the wall with me?
He was, yes.
Can Token say something?
Sure. Mora can say something if you'd like.
There's nothing to really say. I mean, he just teleported out of there, right?
He will, unless John can give me something.
I don't know him, right?
You met him once before. He was at Ven in the room. He didn't really do anything. He just teleported out.
But he's taking the ball.
But he is taking the artifact.
My ball! You can't take my ball!
Don't touch Token's ball!
Can Token flip a coin and just take it from him, please?
Yeah, can I?
I
was wanting to do that.
I mean, like, how the item works is it's meant to be as an action you can flip the coin, and...
I thought it was a bonus action, at the very least. Let me check.
To flip a coin does not seem like an action.
Well, the
It's like
difference
a bonus.
it is a magical coin, which is...
Well, it is a magical
the
coin.
limit on it.
So I have to make a DC strength check to take it from him.
No, the person must make a DC 12 strength.
Well, yes, they have to make a DC. If I want to take it.
Let me check something.
It doesn't state whether it's a action or a bonus action, but I would assume throwing a coin would be an action.
Okay.
Or replacing
You will
it.
make a strength saving throw. Or strength
Okay.
check, my bad. Let's see. Where is
It's fucking playing hot potato with a deadly artifact. Fun stuff.
As a 13 just rolled off the die.
Okay.
So, I have a ton of events to list off that are about to happen.
Oh.
He would also like to say something if he does teleport out.
you can say something. And so can technically anyone.
Token gets a... Okay, so Token doesn't exactly... As he sees this happen, he will get a more... how do I say this? He doesn't seem quite human the way his body mannerisms work. It almost seems as if he's gone off the deep end, quote unquote. He's going to point at this dude who hopped in out of nowhere and is taking his shit. I will hunt you to the ends of the fucking earth for me to get that. You have no long and no right to take it from me.
Dime has his big smile.
I will cut that smile from your face.
Just he'll look to his assailants and say, "Best of luck to you both." And
More dashing can't reach him in time.
This is
during this whole thing.
The problem is I can't say like how long.
It's just the talking action.
Yeah.
I know, but damn it, like he's dashing
I
the
know,
whole
it
time.
really sucks.
Like as soon as he sees him, he's dashing is the thing. Like as soon as Dorian pops in, he's like, I'm going dashing and I'm putting on Giant Smite. Like
I
that's,
understand, but I had to re-enter initiative.
I know.
Because if I had been like, all right, you guys can do whatever you want, it
Well,
would have been
wait.
a splatter fest of what.
But wait, why did we re-answer? No one attacked anyone though.
The problem is because if I didn't go enter initiative, what would happen is everyone's gonna go, well, I want to do this, well, I want to do this, well, I want to do this, and I wouldn't be able to do anything.
But why would we also then continue our same initiative? It's a completely different fight. I think if
Because I
anything,
wanna-
Just
He
keep
wants
the
to
game
move things along.
Just
I
keep
guess,
things going. Let's go.
Anyway, he will vanish.
We'll kill him later.
Skull in tow. And when he does, the ice wall goes away. Cyphus, you're not high enough to take damage, so you kind of.
Yeah, I know.
And those two guys are left there. They both are in shock as to what just happened, and well.
Real quick, before we go, can I move my hex over to him?
No, because it's, I believe, a bonus action to do so.
Token is going to grip his
Yeah,
head.
it's Token's turn.
Token is going to grip his head and basically just do "Ah!" and
Wow.
Ah, I dropped food out of my mouth.
he's going to
And into mine.
roar.
There's still two assailants in the room who have not left. They are kind of.
He's going to madly charge one of the assailants. Doesn't matter who.
I'll just say the woman.
He's going to toss a dagger at her neck and tackle her.
Alright. So.
Wait, as Token runs up, Cyphus would like to stick his foot up to try to trip him.
Bruh.
That's a bit of a. Ooh, but
Token, you can make a acrobatics roll.
You're trying to trip the acrobatic rogue, buddy. That is a 20. Raw.
Oh my god.
get the fuck out of here with your stupid legs.
Token, you do
Fucking
note that
moron.
Cyphus tried to trip you. And, you can make your
I'll give
attack
him a
on the
glare.
woman.
$15 total. Again.
Ah.
God.
You hit. You still technically have advantage, so it is a sneak attack.
Oh, I have a sneak attack?
Every time you have, if you have advantage, it's automatically a sneak attack.
Okay. Well,
Just rogues for you.
yeah, I guess.
Cyphus would like to try to stop him if he can.
I would say you've already used your reaction by trying to trip him.
Okay, fine.
Uh, 21 in total.
Okay, she is.
And I'm going to.
Oh, yeah. Would you hold on? I like to type something to you.
Yeah, I would.
Um,
14 damage total.
Okay. And the other elf in the room kind of grips his head as Token does this. Okay. He takes a bit of damage. And Charleston, is your turn.
I think
He's not here.
He's in the shower, bro.
Oh, wonderful.
Because his parents said, "Uh-oh, stinky" at him.
even though they know he's playing D&D.
Okay. I'll just.
They usually
so-
don't care.
I do have a question real quick. I'm just thinking right now. So he said, "See you on Skull Island."
Yeah. Or Skull's Cape is what I meant to say.
I see. Could you mention?
Not to be confused with the King Kong Island.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country theme plays.
No. King Kong lives on Skull Island.
Yeah.
It's in the lore.
Trek 4.
Shrek 4, read the lore.
That's right.
I missed wait.
That's right.
my
That's right.
turn
That's right.
before I will
Brilliant.
continue asking my question.
Anyway, what is it, Evan?
I will wait till it is my turn to continue asking these questions.
Okay. Rakus, it is your turn.
Do the two individuals look like they're just standing there, or they look aggressive?
They kind of look like they're just standing there for the most part.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything then.
Okay. Aster, it is your turn.
Oh!
Actually, I'm
So-
gonna message you a prepared action.
Okay.
So, would Dimension Door be able to get there?
Door only goes 500 feet, bro.
Exactly.
You
How
are
far?
only 100 feet under the water.
Exactly, bro.
It'd be way fucking smarter just to go to the boat.
Would you like to rather be on the island or the boat?
I mean, if we can get to the island.
But then we'd have to wait for the boat to get there.
That's assuming that we can even communicate with the boat.
Exactly. Then
Well,
they'd
I
have
can
to
only
know
take-
that we dimension door to the island while we're 100 feet down.
Only 2 people can go through Dimension Door.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I can bring one person, such as the person who just went sicko mode on some boy, for this one item. If we can get him to the island, we go.
Are you referring to Mork
But
or
why-
in here?
Warwick
So-
hasn't done shit, so wouldn't be him.
The one who's obsessed with the artifact that just got yoinked.
Do what you want.
Would Aster have recognized the spell that Darium used?
Some type of teleportation.
Okay, so I can't specify if it was like Dimension Door or
It's definitely not Dimension Door because Dimension Door summons a door that you walk through.
exactly.
He just kind of vanished.
Okay, so Aster's gonna ask a quick question to your boy who's screaming. Token. Token, you want to go to the island?
He will continue to stab the girl.
Token, can I get a straight answer? You want your artifact, Token?
He's killed the girl, right?
No, like we're still in combat, so
Yeah.
Ask him the question, bro, please.
He's pretty much just gonna ignore Aster.
Bruh.
okay. Well,
Aster's gonna go to Token and cast Dimension Door and use it to get to the island.
So I want to read something quickly on Dimension Door.
Brilliant.
Okay.
All right. Well, if it works, it works. I'm gonna go grab some cookies. I'll be back. Smile.
It has to be a willing creature. I don't think Token's willing,
Token's not willing, bro.
which also means you go either way, even if the creature's willing.
Even if the creature's not willing?
Or yeah, because you're just choosing to bring along someone who's willing. So yeah.
I'm
Aster.
thinking, bro.
Aster. You
Okay.
try to cast Dimension Door on Token. And for a brief moment you think he comes with you before you're on you gauge you're falling about 15 feet, which you'll take 5 points of bludgeoning damage when you hit the floor. But when you do, you kind of hear a crunch as you do. You look at your feet and you're on kind of the like the main town floor. And when you look down at your feet and you look at what you crunched on, you see skulls and bones under the apparent black liquid.
I thought you were about to gesture to my legs, and I was almost very scared.
It's not enough to break.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's Aster's turn. Effectively,
What's
Aster,
the-
you're kind of out of combat, so
Do I see Darium?
no.
What do I see, bro?
You just see the town you saw when you were coming in. Other than the rest of the island, which is covered by trees. Anyway, the woman token is stabbing will say, Wait. I didn't know what he wanted. I hold on. And she will spend her turn trying to dodge Token's attacks. Which means, Kaden, are you here?
Yes, sir.
If you try to hit her, roll with disadvantage, which would make it even, so you're not sneak attacking anymore. Raditz, it's your turn.
So these people were saying that they didn't know what's going on.
At least the woman is.
In response to this, I'm gonna just tell Mork, let's go back to the island. And I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. Are you gonna dash, probably?
No.
Okay. Alright. And Raditz kind of walks out. The man will kind of put his hands up. He kind of drops his crossbow. And he puts his hands up. David, it's your turn.
David is going to walk over to Token and pull him off.
Roll athletics, or yeah, so you can roll athletics, David. Token, you can roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Mm. 12. It's not the greatest, but
17.
Okay. You try to kind of grab onto his shoulders, and he instinctively moves out of your way as he feels your hands kind of creep onto his shoulder. Morak, it is your turn.
The two assailants aren't attacking anybody, are they?
Nope.
He did say that they were his creations, though, didn't he?
He said my assailants. So, he wasn't determined on what he said.
Well, Morak will just walk back to the ship, I guess.
Are you gonna dash there as well, or?
No.
Alright, and Scythe, it's your turn.
I'll cast Glacial Limitation on Token.
And it's a strength saving throw, right? Kane, make a strength saving throw.
Another 17.
Fucking, you have to be shitting me. Just gonna tell him to stop.
Token, is your turn.
He's going to stop and point his dagger at her.
Okay. Do you say anything?
You're either one of the stupidest people I've met, or you don't know what to do with your free time. Who the hell takes a job that doesn't explain what they're going to do?
She'll open her mouth and she'll say, well, that was a front he told us to tell you. Truth is, that man over there, well, from what I know, he abducted him, and I am something he, I guess the word would be manufactured. I don't really have an idea of what we were doing. He just told us to do it.
Brilliant.
If anyone's going to attack, combat is effectively over.
Styphus will tell Token they clearly don't know what's going on. So
Don't
you're
you
trying to
fucking
kill
tell me to do anything.
Fuck you. And Styphus will punch him in the face.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Cyphus, make a unarmed strike.
19.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So, how many points of damage does that do?
Just 6. And he'll say to him, fuck off. If
Why
this
should
weren't
I?
for you, if this weren't for you, we wouldn't fucking be here, and Daria wouldn't be gone on Skull's Keep. All we
really?
need to do.
You're right, you wouldn't be here. I'm the one that told you about this place. I'm the one that brought you. I've helped you. All I've done is help you, and yet you call me the fucker?
And you're the
What
one that
are you, a
left Daria.
hypocrite?
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm one that wants to get back fucking home. You're the one that keeps us here. You're the one that keeps us on these stupid fucking pointless missions. It's all your fucking fault.
Then
That's all
why
you
do you
do.
follow me?
Because I care about your life. You helped me save my only fucking friend. And soon Cyphus' eyes will begin to turn purple. You help people. You pick yourself over others. We want to help you because no one wants to see you fucking die. I only help you,
I want
Samuel.
to die. I've lived for longer than any of you. With that, he's going to sing through the floor.
Okay.
As he sinks, Cyphus will just say, Samuel clearly didn't want you to die. He wanted you to help us. And you did. You're a good man. I hope you get help.
And Token vanishes from the scene. Rackus, there's still the old man kind of curled up on the floor. He kind of moves slightly. It's not like kind of massive movements like to get up. He kind of moves his fingers. If Morik and Raditz want to head back to the ship, they can climb up if they like.
Yeah, there's nothing down here for us.
Okay.
Cyphus will help the girl up with Davin, and Cyphus will help the girl out of the cavern, and Davin will walk
when
towards
you
the,
kind of help the girl up, she says, hold on, first of all, he talks about him a lot.
Who?
The half-orc friend you have. And she'll turn around and pick up the locket that Darium dropped, and she'll begin to open the locket, and she'll open the locket and look at it,
What's in it?
and she'll close it and hand it to you, and she'll say, I don't know what he wants or what his motives are, but he just keeps talking about how kind of proud he is of how Morak is developing, or how the half-orc is developing. At the same time, the elf with black hair walks up to Davin, and he says, I don't know you.
I don't know you either.
You might.
Would I?
Give me just a moment. I need to look at something. Uh, where is it? Here it is. He kind of takes the katana off of his side, and he says, "Back in the day, I used to work for people who wanted others dead." And he holds out the blade to you, and he says, "That is rightfully yours, not mine."
I'm confused. I wield this sword of my father, and he'll pull out the sword.
Ching!
I will honor his name and carry it around as I find my purpose, but that's not my blade.
When I performed what I did, being a swordsman, as your father was, didn't have just a sword to just carry around, a single one, that is. He kind of clutches the katana harder. He still has it held out to you, and he says, "This is still yours because it was on his body."
It was. David stops for a moment in utter confusion. So, there's more than one blade.
He had two when on him when I assassinated him. And I took one as a trophy.
David will take the blade. Well, it was clear that it was his time. And for how much my body rages and earns to kill you, I don't believe it's your time. If you feel it is, you know where to find me. I'm everywhere. He'll take the blade, hold that at his side, put his current blade away, back in its sheath, nod, and turn around and walk away.
Okay. As you're walking out, he'll say, "We will repay you. Both me and her."
Thank you. We appreciate it. If I may ask one more thing. You killed my mother too, right?
Yeah.
I assumed you did. Who paid you? Who did it?
It was well, he told me his name was I met a tiefling, but he wasn't exactly a tiefling. He looked different. But I met a man named Zarish. And
Zarish.
He, at the time, was traveling with these other tieflings, and then he paid me to take down anything that would be a threat to him in Oolong, so he could set up his base of operations. and not have to worry about anyone coming for him.
Of course. Well, and he looks at Cyphus, who's helping up the girl. Does Cyphus hear the name?
Yeah.
He stares at Davin, and they just stare at each other. And he turns back to the man and he says, "Seems as if Zarish took more than one thing from all of us. But if Cyphus and Ilphis are correct, then that man is redeemed, no longer corrupted by a power of evil. For how much fire burns in my heart, I cannot strike you, nor Zarish, but I appreciate everything you're telling me today. Thank you." He'll hold the blade, give a quick bow, move towards Cyphus and the girl, and help the girl as well.
Okay. She gets up and she says, well, she was kind of already standing, but she can, like, you can walk over essentially, and she'll also say, on that island, in a clearing of it, Darium has a lab.
A lab? What do you mean? Cyphus will ask.
There are creatures on this island that are not human. He said that he gloated that this was his perfect testing place, because there are amounts of this black liquid he puts in every creation. I myself included, and she kind of looks at her wrist, and you see that her veins on her wrist are black. And she says, but I think I'm dead. I don't know, based on what my mom told me, and based on what Darium said, I'm a vampire.
Davin will say, oh, continue.
You can continue.
No, you continue.
Fuck.
You hang up.
No, you.
No, you go for it.
He made a lot of monsters that he let roam the island, and it's not a good place. And he kept talking about this individual he knew, he seemed to know. Killian, I think he said his name is.
Well, Davin will say, luckily for us, we're monster killers. And you are no monster. But whatever Killian, Darium, whoever the hell's on that island, he'll turn to Cyphus and say, the fire that burns in my heart, and the ice that flows through your veins, a storm is coming. And Cyphus will finish it by saying, so they better be ready.
Before she says something else, Rakkus, the older man kind of curled up on the floor, is laying there, and then his head kind of tilts up to look at you. There are a ton of wrinkles across his face.
I'd like to rush over. Does he look injured?
Not per se, he just looks weak. Rakkus, is it over?
I think it is. You can rest easy now.
Before I do, tell your friend Aster that the captain of the Flying Sense, my ship, Seraph, she was a nice person before I saw what Killian did to her.
Of course.
You have to promise me before I go that what I'll give you, you'll use to take that fake god down.
You have my promise.
He kind of reaches out this wrinkly old hand, and he says, "Give me your rod."
What do you mean, rod?
The one that summons tentacles.
I see. I see. I hold it out.
And he'll kind of grasp it and also encompass your hand. And he'll begin kind of humming. And the black color that your rod originally had kind of has a golden trim to it, a kind of golden design to it. And he's kind of, this kind of energy enters your body, and he says, "You are now a free siren of Uldir."
I bow my head.
And he kind of slowly lets go as your hand as his eyes close, and his hand flops onto the floor. And you hear him exhale. And you see that he stops breathing.
Are his eyes open?
They are not open. Or, they're open.
I reach my hand down and slowly close his eyes.
And the man and the woman kind of begin collecting around the money in the room. The gold that's kind of scattered all across the floor. And they begin to pick up items. The man turns to David and says, You go chase him. This is how we'll repay you."
I'm sorry, I don't seem to follow.
He's like picking up these items and gold, and he's kind of putting it in a bag. "You chase the man who's on that island right now. And this is how we'll repay you." And he kind of drops gold into the pouch.
He'll sort of gesture towards Rakus to pick it up as he's sort of holding the girl with Cyphus.
He'll shake his head and he'll say, No. I mean, we'll collect this for you, and when you come back, well, here." And he kind of moves and he picks up specific items. He turns to you and says, "We were in here for at least an hour, and we had some time to look around. I think these will be helpful to you." And he gives you a handful of items, David.
He'll walk over and he'll pick up the items. I guess we can discuss what they are later, but he'll say, "Thank you. Is it a lot of items, or is it just like?
It is at least.
Because he's already holding the one blade in his other in one of his hands.
6 items, but
Okay.
like 5 of those are small items. One is a shield.
Okay, so David will hold a lot of it within his 2 hands, and so he'll ask Rakus if you could help her out.
Sure. Kneel over and whisper some words. And cast healing word.
Okay. How much do you heal her?
12 hit points.
Okay. She looks like she appreciates it. She stands up and she says, "I'll help to just," and she likes the Cyphus. "Make sure he gets that locket."
You have my word.
And she'll go and start helping collecting the gold. Would you guys like to leave?
Before we leave, Cyphus would like to open the locket.
Okay.
What is it shaped as?
It is just a circular kind of iron locket that you kind of pin 2 sides on the side of it to kind of click a mechanism that lets the locket kind of flip downward. And you see a picture, look. Inside of it you see a human in armor and a helmet. And you see standing beside him is a orc woman who appears to be kind of holding her stomach, and she looks pregnant. And they are both smiling. And oddly, the image kind of moves as they're doing so. There's some sort of wave to it when their hair does kind of blow like in the wind. One note, interestingly, on the human is on his armor there is a symbol of Tiana. And yeah, that is what's in the locket.
Is there just one image? It's not a 2-sided one, it's just one?
It's just one.
Okay. He'll close it, and Cyphus will say, just to himself. Maybe a little loud enough for Rakus to hear if he's listening, but he'll say, well, at least everyone else gets to find their parents. He'll hold the locket close, and he'll continue walking out.
Okay. Does everyone else walk out?
Yep.
Okay. When everyone recoups back onto the ship,
Before I go up to the ship, I'd like to go down the ravine towards the corpse.
Right. Okay. And you collect what you wanted to collect. It's a little bit harder, but you collect what you want.
Okay, cool.
It's harder than it should be, as I should say. But everyone reconvenes back onto the ship. The ship, I imagine, is already in motion to dock. Or as soon as you guys get on, it'll be in the motion to dock. Aster.
Hi.
Real quick, since you're not there.
Yeah.
As you're kind of standing on shore, you see coming out of the water, and climbing onto shore, you see Token. He's kind of... Token, are you walking fast, or are you kind of just walking normally?
Jogging.
You see him jogging, and he kind of begins to jog past you.
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to fly up and get an aerial view of the entire island before my wings ran out.
All right, go for it. Then you'll see Token running, but as you're kind of flying up, you kind of have to fly up pretty high to get a view of the entire thing. How long do your wings last?
They last a minute, which is why I wanted to do that as soon as I got up.
Okay. I'll say you have about 30 seconds left. No, more like 20. But, I'll say...
So if I'm technically dashing and throwing an extra 10 feet per bonus per action, that would be 70 a turn, and that's 20 seconds and 6 seconds, so...
It's already been 20 seconds before you... It's technically been 30 seconds, so... I'd say you have a short amount of time. But I will provide you what you would like to see if you would do so. You will just take fall damage.
Okay, I can go 233 feet in the air.
Would you like to, or...?
I don't want to go that high, because I want to
How high would you
go
like to go?
high. Let's go 100 feet.
Okay.
Maybe 150. And then try to fly straight down before my wings run out.
Okay, gotcha. So as you kind of come up into the sky, subsequently, I'll say for flavor taste, your party climbs onto the boat, and the boat begins to already set into motion its sails to the dock. And as it does so, you see something interesting occur, Aster, as Token kind of dashes into the forest, and you're watching the island from a bird's eye view. From what seems like the far end of the island, there is kind of a bright light, and then a darker beam kind of shoots into the sky for a moment.
From which point?
At the same point where you saw the light at the end of the island, at the farthest point.
On the opposite side of the island?
Yes, the farthest point on the island.
Got it.
And subsequently, then you see the island begin to shake. Token, it feels like you're going through a magnitude 9 earthquake as you're running on this island.
Okay.
Sure. And about 20 seconds later, it stops, and the sky and the area around Skull's Keep darken, and all you can see is Skull's Keep, and something occurs. Raditz, as you're kind of standing there on the ship, you feel something leave you. Something familiar that's always been following you along. This kind of burning sensation for creation kind of fades.
Oh.
Aster, as you're flying up there, before you can even start heading back down, you feel a part of yourself vanish, and you begin to fall down to the ground as your wings vanish. And let's see here.
I would like to. I forgot to mention earlier. I wanted to go over water. So for the off chance that something did go horribly wrong, like it is now going horribly wrong, it wouldn't be the. I would have a higher chance of success of living.
You will most likely survive. It is technically not. How many feet did you fly up in the air?
Like 100, 150.
Okay, well, let me just calculate that real quick. So, actually, maybe you want to try something, actually, because
I'm out of spell slots.
Well, I mean, you do have your cantrip, so that pushes you.
It pushes me the same direction that I'm going. We specified this. I cannot reduce the thing unless you want to retcon that right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, this will be interesting.
Unless you want to level. Unless I want to level
Hey,
up.
Don't worry, I'll make a nice gravestone for you.
Sorry, what'd you say, Nathan?
Die down there.
So Aster, I am rolling 100 d6. Sorry,
Okay.
I lied. Maximum 20 d6.
Okay, so hold on. I've got an actual question. Does Eldritch Blast do any form of knockback?
No.
Wow. You're
You're
probably
in
gonna
terminal
die, bro.
velocity.
This is bad.
I think it's a d6 for every 10 feet, right?
You're gonna fucking rock.
To a max
So
of
15.
it's a max
to
of
a
20.
20 d6.
So
Yeah, but
Aster,
it's only like 150 feet up, right?
Aster, how much HP do you have?
68?
60 how?
68.
Aster stab professional.
Aster, you
Master
enter
Stab.
terminal velocity as your wings vanish. In
Master Stab, and welcome to Jackass.
subsequently, you feel you begin to randomly start crying. You don't know why you're crying. The tears just begin to come, and you hear these kind of whispers that are all kind of simultaneously whispering to you. And you hit the fucking earth and only take 68 points of damage.
What?
I rolled 20d6 and I rolled 68
On the dot.
on the dot. You're a lucky son of a bitch.
You, my friend,
Are
are
gay.
one.
That's where that was going.
I literally rolled the average amount I could have.
Also, I wanted to use anger already while I was falling to my death.
That's why you crying, bitch. You can't do that.
Anyway,
You've still got all those death saves, baby.
Aster,
I'm getting
Are we really that lucky?
for this.
Aster, you are unconscious. You're not bleeding out because it's your exact amount of HP. So you are at 0. So
I have no idea how.
multiple bones break in your body as you hit the ground.
I've got
Hey,
a
but hey, you
question.
get a long rest. That means you'll be perfectly fine by the next morning.
As for
Good
reference for the
question.
ship, as you begin docking, the water kind of begins to take a wavy sensation, like a heavy storm. And it begins to rain. And it begins to rain black drops.
Oh.
And, let's see. Does anyone else?
I shield the sky.
Okay,
And by that I mean I shield up like an umbrella.
fair enough.
God, God ate something or drank something
I have a
particular.
question.
Raditz.
I have a question real quick. When Aster hits the ground, does he black out immediately, or does he feel the pain and then black out?
Also,
It's
can
a
the
sharp
can
pain
the-
and then he blacks out.
Can the ground roll for attack to see if it breaks my armor class?
No.
Oh,
This is like a fireball on steroids.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Does that mean I can roll a deck saving throw?
Anyway,
no.
what matters is you're still alive, you lucky son of a bitch. If I hadn't done literally,
You son of a bitch.
if I hold on, what happens if I just roll all
You
these
son
numbers?
of a bitch.
If I roll all these numbers again, look at that, 77. All right, well.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, Raditz. You kind of put up your shield to block yourself from the black liquid falling from the sky.
Actually, I have. Could
it's-
I have cast healing hands as I was falling?
No. Evan, just stop talking.
Okay.
Raditz, as you kind of put up your shield to stop the, well, it's not a downpour of just literal streams of liquid. It is a heavy amount of rain of black liquid hitting your shield. And something just feels off about yourself. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna inform everyone something's not right.
How about
I feel a great disturbance of force.
how about Raditz? I'm gonna go check something real quick. Just
This just in, guys. I am now 0 levels in cleric because my god's dead.
We didn't pray to God.
Jay, you're really gonna. I really need to be filled up to speed as soon as possible.
I'll talk about it after the session, Skylar.
Yeah. Oh,
Just hold
okay.
on.
After, gotcha.
A lot happened.
Let me end the session. And okay, Seth. Okay. God damn you! I hate you. A similar feeling Raditz and Aster felt as they were hitting the ground is almost a split. They almost felt a part of their power kind of separating from them. And you all look to the island and you see and you hear a cackle. And a part in the sky opens up. And it's a little bit of light. And kind of falling, it's the far end of the island. And falling down from that light, a lot of you recognize the figure. There's a massive black cloak that surrounds it, and as it's falling and swaying in the wind, and then you see a mask kind of fly off of it. The mask to Cyphus is haunting to look at, because as you kind of look at this figure falling and it kind of shrinks in size, you put together the thought that that figure you've seen multiple times. And he lands onto the island, and that is where we'll end this session of Awe.
What? Should we explain what the items are that we got before we end?
Okay, sure.
So the audience
you
knows
can distribute
where-
the items.
I need an item.
Just say what they are.
There's a sentinel shield, 3 potions of greater healing, a ring of shooting stars, and a potion of heroism.
Woof. Woof.
Okay.
Ring of shooting stars, Pog.
Mine. I'm kidding.
And everyone, by the way, can level. I have some specific words to tell Aster and Raditz.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, I know. I don't get to level because
God is
my
dead.
class is dead.
I need you to bring them up to speed after they're gone.
Anyway,
Yeah, Sky, I'll bring you up to speed.
Yeah, I get it.
goodbye. Thank you for watching the stream.
Bye, everybody. Dead. Woo!